want you to try to get some.
Have you seen that ad on
refugees and save them?
Have you seen that ad on YouTube where it's like Slavic ladies? Like,
Wait.
why you should date Slavic ladies?
Hold on a second, guys. I'm hearing some bip bips.
Hey, that might be a good idea for Markham.
I love what she says it. Slavic. She's like Slavic ladies.
Okay. It's on Shelly's.
What's on mine?
Where's your cell phone?
So way over here.
Put it back down on your laptop.
Okay, now it's on. Okay,
That's
good
there.
now. Wait, hold on.
I think it's causing your laptop interference.
Causes interference.
Background. Jiggle the bottom.
Hello?
Cup the balls.
Well,
Alright, I think we're good.
Like I was saying, they used Anthony Hopkins, but they used the worst movie to portray him in. Transformers: The Last Night.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, Anthony, this one was in Transformers: Last Night. I was like, Hopkins?
I've never even seen that.
Yeah, like, what?
I mean, after the sixth one, I kind of lost interest. The first one was bad.
I lost interest after the second one. I didn't want to sit through a third.
You know it's bad when they replaced Megan Fox with somebody else and nobody cared.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
What, didn't she turn out to be a,
what?
Didn't she turn out to be a Transformer?
No.
That was in the second one, though.
No.
Like the one they tried replacing him with?
No.
His girlfriend in college?
Nope.
You don't remember that?
I do remember that, but
I remember that scene.
That scene you're talking about was a girl who was hitting on him, but he wasn't dating her.
Oh.
Yeah, she did turn out to be a Decepticon. That's all I remember of that movie. Okay. Yeah. Wait, what's that?
And Stanley Tucci?
What movie did they use for him?
It's actually doing that,
The same movie.
No?
Transformers: The Last Night.
Here, I'll just do this. I'll put the pad back on your channel, and then I'll just increase your gain.
Yeah, you put those pads back on.
Okay, give me a check, baby.
Check. You want more
More.
than one?
Yeah.
Okay, check.
Well,
Check.
speak in your normal
Okay,
timbre.
here's my normal timbre.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
And now the noise is gone. Cool. All right. Done. All right. Now, here we giz. Right on time, too.
What?
7:28 is on time.
Well, yeah, I said we were going to start.
7 o'clock.
Well, I said, yeah, you can get here by 7 o'clock, but then...
Starting to mess with the show is at 7 o'clock. It takes about 30 minutes for us to figure out all the bugs. Or what we call things that Matt's changed over the week. What?
I could have rested more?
Well, get the memo next time. We send it out in an email every week.
Did you not get the agenda? Did it have a TPS report on a cover letter?
All right. Here we giz. 5432 Recto Penis.
The following audio program contains mature content, including offensive language. Listener discretion is advised.
Play the radio. Make sure the kids hear words.
You're talking to the guy that remembers everything.
Remember that Tommy Buttfuck?
I don't feel okay with that. I really don't.
Boba Fett is a loser.
Biden is hiding people and sucking the blood of children.
You know, I'm not even saying anything anymore.
No, I'm serious.
Why?
Or maybe it's just that I'm hogged up on caffeine and
Because y'all get on to me for even saying anything. I'm done.
No,
I'm done.
I
I'm
didn't.
done.
You're supposed to fight back. Look.
I feel like you have a boner right now. I don't.
The land of Fujiwa is a shitocracy.
First and foremost, I am not fucking RoboTuner.
Robo, fuck you.
That would be so tender. Number one.
That's the play for a stripper, to just go, oh yeah, I listen to all of them all the time.
Why did the stripper turn to Matt
So
Thomas?
where's the stripper from?
Thomas, is that you, man?
I thought it was genius, RoboTuner. You did a fantastic job.
It is. I thought that I just wanted some money so I could buy some pop screen filters.
You dress up well, Thomas, man. I didn't know you were into this.
You little LARPer, you.
Someone shoot me. I have to live with him.
All these podcasts in my feed, but something's wrong. Not a single one I follow, they sing their own theme song. Now I have my own, and I really must say, please offer us advertisement so we can do this for pay. Do this for pay. Back in 2015, just a desktop and 2 mics. We found it hard on social media to get any likes. Then we got new equipment and the world was much more fun. 3 years had gone by, now our studio is done. RoboTuner, master of debacle, sitting at the helm.
Sushi keeping Matt in check, true ruler of this realm.
Thunder K shocked both their asses into gear.
Alex the intern. Why am I even here?
We're glad that you have joined for this occurrence of our show. We can't think of lyrics for this part, so here we go. The song is almost over, starting at last. Broadcasting from the dungeon at Castle Fujiwa's RoboTuner's Insignificant Podcast.
Why'd you throw that roll of paper towels? That was unnecessary.
Fuck you.
Why? Wow.
Be nice to your dad.
Right off the bat.
What a hell of a way to start off the show.
I have to get it out of my
system. Occurrence 166 for Sunday, February 20th, 2022, in the year of the P-40 aircraft used around World War II. You don't have your queued up?
Where's the tiger effects?
No,
I can't even get.
I'd love it if we could.
I don't want to talk about it.
I killed the internet.
Okay.
I killed your internet.
I'd love it if we could actually, instead of having.
You need to play Eye of the Tiger. John.
No, I have a better idea.
People will get demonetized.
I have a better idea. Actually, we put a video of RoboTuner in a sexy bikini, tiger print bikini.
I'm already out. I'm already out.
Good luck getting him to put something like that on.
We get a picture of him doing the Burt Reynolds on a tiger skin floor instead of bear skin rug.
What, do you have to wear the banana hammock?
No,
Yes.
Burt Reynolds was nude.
Yeah.
Oh.
My chest is not that hairy
You
either.
haven't seen that
I
picture?
had everything covered. I got banned from Facebook for 3 days because I posted it.
Did you really?
Yes.
Full frontal and everything? Not even blurred in the...
No. He has his hand over it. It's an iconic photo.
Well, why would they ban you? That's
Because
just ridiculous.
Facebook is dumb.
Markham's dad superimposed his face over that picture and posted it on Facebook.
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
still there.
Let me show you. It's right here next to the Ukrainian women we can order.
That's probably on Facebook.
I'm sure those are just refugees trying to flee the country before World War III breaks out.
Shh. These women,
They want
they
me.
need to be able to live their life too.
Stop
Just
ruining
like
my
you can.
dreams. They want me.
Well, you're looking at one too?
You know what's funny? I don't know what to believe because to hear the media talk, we're just right on the edge of war. But you hear people from Ukraine come out and it's like, there's nothing going on over here. It's like the Australian thing all over again. There's protests everywhere, and then Australians come out and go, there's no protests anywhere. So I don't know what to believe.
Well, there's one lady that's in the Ukraine that I saw a couple of videos from her, and she said that the kindergarten had gotten blasted. Nobody died, but some of the teachers got hurt. And she showed a picture of the actual kindergarten school, and there's a big hole in the side of the building.
Maybe that was built that way. You don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Built with a hole in it?
Yeah,
She
built to
said
fall
that's
apart.
been going on for the
From a
last 9
different war.
years.
Look at that
That's
stud.
that's sexy. That's sexy.
But we put Matt Thomas as on
Yeah.
a tiger skin rug.
You know what? Even if he won't dress that way, we got Photoshop.
Why don't we just
Yeah.
Photoshop his head
Yeah,
on
put
it?
my head on there via
that's
Photoshop.
way better than taking the
He
photo.
would be giddy. He would love that.
And then we put a tiger. Then we put like a tiger sound right over it.
Stop,
Or just him going.
stop forcing
meow.
your emotions on me, Kenneth.
I did bring my laptop. I can whip this up in about 2 minutes.
I bet you could. But first, let's get
Photoshop.
through.
Oh.
Let's get through the intro. Greetings, RoboTuner coming at you from the dungeon at Castle Fujiwa, back again with that low-budget podcast style for your listening and enjoyment, amusement, disgust, or all the above. Take your pick.
Sorry.
Joining me once again across the table from me is my existing romantic life partner, Sushi.
Say hello.
Hi.
And then, next to me, Justin Trudeau's press minister, Thunder K.
That's some bullshit, man.
What?
That's awesome.
Are you the Jen Psaki of
Canada,
Justin
yes.
Trudeau?
Of Canada's Prime Minister
Jesus.
cabinet.
That's bad.
Are you as bad as she is?
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
All right. So, have you heard of the conspiracy theory that Justin Trudeau is actually Fidel Castro's son?
Illegitimate son.
Heard about this, yeah.
I sent her a TikTok where there was actually a trivia card. They showed that the answer was, who thinks Fidel Castro was the sexiest man alive, and the answer was Margaret Trudeau.
It was on the Trivial Pursuit card.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. And of course,
pretty genius.
We also have 2 seats over from him. He's the youngest son, Alex the intern.
Hey guys. I was checking who's at my house.
And the 5th voice that you hear, our good friend and podcaster from the Jerry Jones Show Massacre. Please welcome Dustin Schneider.
I'm glad to be a guest of this show, and I'm on the shittiest camera, and I have to share it with someone.
Yeah, that's something I don't really want to get into
Good
right
way
now.
to treat your guests.
Hey,
y'all can switch
at least
with
it's
me
me and
every
not
time they
Shelley.
switch the camera to me, it'll be y'all. I just move it this way. Look at that.
No, it'd be funnier if it was just
and
like
then this one goes this way. Oops.
Yeah, it doesn't go that way. Don't mess with the
Oh
equipment.
my gosh.
It took us 30 minutes to get this stuff
It
set
did
up.
take us 30 minutes.
They're going to send RoboTuner over the edge.
I know.
Seemingly 30 minutes.
It'd be like that time we screamed into the microphone.
This is going to be the Netflix
God, that was
special.
awful.
The Netflix documentary of when RoboTuner lost it and murdered people.
you're the next Tiger King.
But,
Jesus.
but he did it in auto-tune, so everything was okay.
Hey, speaking of which, this is the first
show of
time.
the documentary, the auto-tune killer.
No, all I was going to say is that this is the first time that you've been over as our guest since we started back up that I didn't have one of my auto-tune songs as your music.
I'm telling you, Dustin,
As your music.
He's spending all of his time with Skip Redstone.
He's kind of broken up with you.
He does.
That's not true.
At least 6 lives a day.
He just claimed it.
No, not about that.
He just claimed it. He walked right into that trap.
I was talking about what was said beforehand, God damn it. About I don't spend all my time with Skip Redstone because I've been working on the Jet Noise EP and I just finished one song of the 5 we've done.
I'm gonna post it on Facebook saying breaking news: RoboTuner broke up with Dustin.
Jesus.
Does Skip make an appearance on the new Jet Noise record?
No, I don't think he does.
There's not like
Skip?
There's not like an Eminem skit between songs where
There should be.
You're giving him ideas.
he calls you as your producer or something, and I don't think we should release this record.
I don't think we should release this record, Matt. Why not? Because it sucks. You need a guitarist, and you guys suck, and because you can't find one.
The next thing you know, Skip and RoboTuner will split up due to creative differences.
Yep.
I'll sell his ass off to the highest bidder on eBay or Etsy. Anyway, there's a couple things that I wanted to hit today before we talk about our big subject. In tradition of the Star Wars The Plus series, we're going to be talking about the book of Boba Fett. Yeah.
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 Okay. Are we? Is there like theme music?
Yeah, I thought we had before.
No.
We had to get into it, or I don't know.
Do you want me to play? I can play some music.
No, you don't have to play any music from the Book of Boba Fett. It's all right. Anyway, but the first thing I wanted to get to before that was the highly anticipated local music show that I went to last night, in which this guy over here was at too. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it was the long-awaited return of Henry the Archer, one of my favorite local bands, and a good friend of mine too. Or I should say ours. He's friends with both of us. So the night started off with a video shoot that was done by Sean Russell from the Cut Through Finches. Or they were doing one of their own videos, weren't they? Before the people got the
yeah,
before the doors officially opened up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't there that early. Yeah, because it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
I was saving fake America from a fake war on a fake team all day.
Oh, that's right. You're military sim airsoft.
Yeah, we were saving Denton from being overran by the government.
Oh, I was gonna say Russia.
Yeah, it's LARPing in its truest form.
Yeah, except with instead of using foam or wooden melee weapons, you're using airsoft rifles.
Yeah, I tried to get down there as early as I could, but we didn't get out of there till like I don't know. I got out of there like at 7:15, something like that.
Oh, okay. So I walk in the door, and I find the drummer Chris from my bass and drum duo, the Jet Noise. And as soon as I sit down, I see Sean Russell from the Cutthroat Finches and our good friend Susie Ramone emerge from the men's restroom. And I just give this really surprised look like... Come to find out, the next day, this morning, I got some context. So they were shooting... Oh, there's a good tiger sound effect.
Now you pop up, you sorry bastard.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
I don't know. It won't pause.
You sure that's not a slow down?
You got malware.
Flushing. That was good.
That sounds like one heaving.
Hey, that's what he sounds like when he throws up. Surprisingly.
That is what I sound like when I throw up.
That's what I sound like too. Anyway,
everything's a competition, RoboTuner.
So I had a very surprised look whenever I saw Sean Russell from the Cutthroat Finches and Susie Ramona emerge from the men's restroom right after I sat down. Mm-hmm. And this morning I got context. So she was actually doing a short video featuring him of the...
For OnlyFans.
I would... No. If it was OnlyFans...
You wish?
No, not I wish, but...
That's what nearly came out.
And I stopped myself if you didn't notice.
Okay.
Anyway.
He already got caught once. He doesn't want to get caught again.
It was the proper way to apply a sticker to a urinal and not get your hands dirty.
I'm sorry, a sticker?
Yeah. Like band stickers. The men's restroom at Main at Southside is just covered with band and band stickers from head to toe. I mean, I even see a couple
on the toilet?
Yeah, and the toilets, the walls, the mirror. There are even a couple JGTM stickers in there too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, men's restrooms are a little different than women's restrooms, and we have these things that go up on the wall that you can just walk up to and pee on. Mm-hmm. And they're called a urinal.
Yeah.
That's what that's called?
Stickers on them?
They have great cakes at the bottom of it. You ever tried them?
People
You're not supposed to eat those.
Like to put stickers on the back of them.
See what Shelly did to the video?
Because it's a complete pain in the butt to ever pull them off.
Oh, I see.
And it's kind of disgusting because it's going to be covered with lots of crusties.
Yeah, lots of urine.
And crusties.
Ugh.
Crusties?
Why?
Dried urine, man. Turns to crust.
Yeah.
That's not where I thought we were going.
Especially if they have had a lot of high salt content.
There has been times where guys have backed up to the urinals to use them for other functions too.
Jesus.
When it's an emergency.
Well, if there's no toilet available and you gotta go, I guess that would be the way to go.
Or you could always take a shopping bag with you and go behind the building and then throw it off somewhere.
I've never seen it personally, but there are legends that women use those urinals as well.
That is so fucked up.
I have seen lots of Ukrainian videos of women using urinals in that way.
Is this a secret kink?
I think we have a theme today.
What's that? Urinals or poop?
Is this exploring Dustin's kinks?
No, I think...
Oh, no. You want to go down that path?
I think this is Dustin's
time.
humanitarian mission for today, is to get as many Ukrainians over here as possible.
Gotcha.
We need to help them out because war starts tomorrow.
Allegedly.
I mean, they just shut down the airspace over the Sea of Azov.
2 weeks ago, they told all civilian Americans to leave.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I guess whenever the president or vice president goes on TV, we'll know it's official.
So what I'm hearing is the tickets are going to be at an all-time low?
Tickets to what?
I tried to get
you can't take a plane in there.
to go with me to Kyiv right now, and then we would go up to Chernobyl and go ahead and tour Pripyat and Chernobyl right now.
You looking for a third arm, or
you want to go? I mean, right now.
I don't want.
He was talking about radiation.
What about the elephant foot? Aren't you worried about it?
Y'all don't want to drink up through a straw?
I'm not going to get anywhere close to elephant foot.
All right.
I would go to Ukraine.
I would too.
Okay.
I would go.
Visit
the
my favorite
videos of Pripyat and going into where Reactor 3 is and everything is awesome.
Okay.
But you can't even get in there to Elephant Foot unless you work inside the sarcophagus.
Some guy did. I mean, yeah, he got sick from doing it.
And died.
Yeah. Well, this guy's still alive. He got real close, took pictures, left, but now he has
everybody who
has
has seen the elephant foot
is
dead.
Dead.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that
the
much
radiation.
radiation.
Is way too much.
Hold on.
And they can't even put robots or drones to it because they
short circuit.
They short circuit and die.
Okay.
Oh, just like how Fukushima was for all that
Well,
time.
it was
The pictures they've taken are from down the hall,
yeah.
and a lot of the people will take the camera and stick it around the corner and shoot down the hall.
That's the guy that I'm talking about, and he still had health issues from it.
Well, yeah,
and they
if you're close
die
enough to take a
pretty
picture
close.
of it, that's a lot of radiation.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Now you got the freezies.
No, wait, we've been cutting out this whole time.
No, y'all have the max headroom effect on yours.
Yeah, just the occasional blips.
But I also call my penis the elephant foot, so...
Jesus.
Do women see it and die?
How does your wife feel about
yes. She's dead.
Jesus, man.
Does she know this?
You're all dead.
Well, mine's kind of the same way, except people die on the inside.
They die on the inside?
They die on the inside.
Oh.
I die of embarrassment every time somebody sees mine.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. Anyway.
I feel so sorry for that man.
That man. So last night was at Mass was opening up the show was the Taylor Young Band, which apparently is a myriad of musicians that are from other groups, including Toby Pipes from Deep Blue Something. And yes, Thunder K, that's the same Deep Blue Something that was featured on major radio airplay starting in the mid-1990s.
Yeah.
Yeah, dumbass.
Why is it calling you out like that? What happened?
Well, because this motherfucker thought he was a music trivia genius and beat me by cheating.
Oh.
Anyway, that's one of those bands that you would
It's like
actually...
spilling the tea all over
I
again.
know.
That's one of those bands that you would actually know.
Why aren't you poking her in the chest? That was her idea.
That was my idea.
Yeah, but you get
Thought
the
I
flack.
was a-
You get the flack because you were in on it, obviously.
If he yells at her, he don't get sex.
If
That
he
was a
doesn't yell at her,
showstopper.
he don't get
He doesn't
sex.
get sex anyway.
Wow.
I know where you're going with that. There's a lot of rumors on the internet.
Anyway, yeah, Toby
Twitter's
Pipes,
full of 'em.
who is one of the guitarists from Deep Blue Something, he actually was the bassist, or he played bass last night for the Taylor Young Band. And, yeah, they're pretty good. They're kind of like Americana roots rock kind of thing. Help me out, Dustin. Do you know what any of the other members, what bands they played in?
I didn't see them.
Oh, right. You weren't
Get
there.
because I stopped across the street and had dinner with a few folks at Four Sisters.
Oh, yeah.
And caught up on good times. So I didn't see them. I came back across the street and I think they were playing the end of their set.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice.
So I don't know who all was in there. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Until the next band.
Yeah. Anyway, but Toby Pipes, the guitarist of one of the guitarists of Deep Blue Something, whose brother Todd Pipes is the lead singer and bassist of Deep Blue Something. So anyway, Toby was playing bass for them. So.
I nearly went and asked him, "Do you still have the Mobius Masters?"
Oh, that's right. That's
the
right.
first
You
band
told me
that
last night
recorded
that he was he was involved with the original recordings of Mobius. Studio
Before
recordings.
we became ex-Mobius, I think, or right in the transition, whatever. But we recorded out at BPL, and they wanted to do a heavy band this was during Drowning Pool's rise to fame.
Oh, yeah. Early
And,
2000s.
Yeah, they wanted to do a heavy band, and then they didn't know what to do with us or how to make us sound good, and it sounded horrible.
Oh. Well, damn,
It's funny.
Damn, that's a shame.
I bet you they took that 2-inch tape and went, yeah, we'll record something else over this.
Either that or they just took a big ass magnet to it, like you had to do with old diskettes and cassette tapes.
Oh, I'm getting a message that the drummer from the Kush, Austin, played with them. I was wondering why.
Yeah. That's right. That was. Yeah, and the Kush, they've ceased to be, haven't they? Ever since Robbie moved to Seattle.
Yeah, since they just released a new record.
Did they really?
Like 2 months ago.
Oh.
So up yours, RoboTuner.
Poke him in the chest.
You didn't know about that?
I'm a bit behind on Kush news.
Actually, they're playing with Uncle Toasty at the album release party at Lola's on March. What is it?
The 13th, isn't it?
The 13th.
The day after my birthday.
March 13th. Uncle Toasty at Lola's. With the
freak-
Kush and Royal Sons and the Wee Beasties and
Wee Beasties? Oh shit!
Yeah.
The underwear guy that plays. That
But
sings.
nobody forget RoboTuner's birthday is March 12th.
I only said it once.
Just just fucking with
I know.
That's the day after the Lord's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're-
Seth's.
Yes. But Seth and the Lord share the same birthday.
All y'all's parents
The
had
11th.
sex at the same time. Is that weird?
Only a little bit.
That is a little weird.
It is what it is.
That means they were all procreating on the same day together.
Or
You need to-
right around.
You don't need to find out what song released that in that time period. Or
Well,
maybe
no,
a
I mean, they're not
movie.
the
What the
same
number one
age.
song was?
But maybe the number one song, the year they were conceived, each, because they're not all the same age. Be interesting to find out.
That's me.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, is someone playing a song or something?
No, I'm in pain.
Oh. Well, running around the battlefield, I imagine that you are pretty fatigued.
Is that your ghillie suit?
22,000 steps yesterday, and
Damn.
16,000 today. 5,000 calories burned yesterday. It was like 54 something, and 2,000 today.
Makes me wonder if that's about the same amount or more that we walked out one day in NYC.
We walked that one day.
Like 14 miles?
It was 14 miles.
Yeah. I remember you
We end
telling
up
me
walking
that.
that far every time we go to Las Vegas. Just the strip is huge.
That screwed up the rest of my trip too. Walking that much.
Sorry.
Oh no,
I had
it
to
was
blame
great,
myself.
'cause we saw everything.
Yeah, we did.
And we saw
Yeah, you
Ted.
and we saw Ted, yeah.
Yeah, we saw everything in the 3 hours you had before you had to leave.
Yeah, before my flight took off, and it also got delayed 2 hours after I got there. Stupid. Anyway, yeah, we're actually supposed to go back in August too.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and I'm actually going again in July to see Randy Feltface. I've just bought tickets on Friday.
No, you're wrong. Our vinyl release is March 11th.
March
Friday,
11th?
March 11th at Lola's with the Kush, the Go-Go Rillas, Royal Sons, Wee Beasties, and there's others. But yeah, there you go.
Oh, so speaking of New York, I'm actually going 3 times this year. Well, twice to New York City and then once to Buffalo, and we're going to drive to Canada in April.
You hope.
Yeah, as long as we can.
Trudeau let you.
Yeah, as long as the borders are
You need
still
to have
open.
him speak to Trudeau for you.
Yeah, Thunder Kid will put in some good words with his cabinet.
I don't know. You could have been pissing him off. You gotta get him good with him
Yeah,
now.
you just poked him.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, it was
I didn't do anything.
Trudeau will hear about this.
No, I just did that to emphasize.
He has ties to Fidel Castro in Cuba, buddy.
He's dead.
Pull some mafia stuff on you.
How long y'all going to be there? And do you have stuff planned?
She's actually the one that planned it. It was my Christmas present.
Yeah, sort of. We're gonna go to a. Well, the reason this came about was because I was trying to find something unique for him for Christmas, and I saw that there was a brewery there that paired with Rush, the band, and had alcohol, and I was like, okay, I'll just order some and have it delivered here. It doesn't go from Canada to America, so I thought, okay, what can I do to get it? And I thought, well, I'll just see how many points I have. I had points, and so I spent the points to go first to fly to New York, and then we're gonna rent a car and go to Canada, go to that brewery, get the alcohol, go see a few things. We're staying at a hotel right off the water, and the view from the hotel is supposed to be the water.
Oh, Lake Ontario.
Mhm. And
You gonna go to Niagara Falls?
yeah, I want to see Niagara Falls.
You gonna get a hotel room there with the heart-shaped
No.
bathtub that overlooks the falls?
No.
I want y'all to get the same one that Superman had in Superman 1.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Superman 2.
You gonna fund it for me?
No.
Okay.
You
By
gonna
this time, it
send
should be-
Matt over the falls in a barrel?
No, I wouldn't do that. I need him too much right now for at least another 7 years.
We can both cross the border legally. She doesn't have to smuggle me across in a barrel. Just have me.
I mean, you may not need him to get
float
life
down
insurance.
Lake
I don't even
Ontario.
know. I don't know how does COVID restrictions work there. I mean, do you still have to quarantine to enter Canada, or
Only if you come up positive.
No, you have to take a test before you go into Canada, and
Yeah.
within the 24 hours. And
Yeah, PCR. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a website that's like allcan.ca.gov that actually tells you everything.
So I'm not traveling right now. It's too difficult to go other places.
yeah, that's me.
besides
I'm
the
already
US.
nervous as it is, having to deal with what to do where is too much for me right now.
Although you can go straight to Kyiv and you can go wherever you want without
Man,
having
he
to be
is
checked out. or
all
anything.
in.
Well, I think I saw something. Isn't it like $1,400 round trip for everything, even the stay there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's really cheap.
And that's like a 4-day tour.
Yeah, and it's a
you
nice
drive in,
place.
you drive around.
Do you think they're gonna check your baggage for women or something on your way back?
Maybe.
Depends on how big your baggage is.
But
Just trying to figure out if I can bring AK-47s back.
Oh.
No shit.
Now, I did read somewhere that Geddy Lee would play at this club in Ontario.
Yeah, in Toronto.
Toronto, sorry.
Yeah.
And
Toronto, Ontario. Yeah.
I think the club is closed, but I don't know that. So I figured that maybe we could just feel around and see if we could find some place that he might show up.
That he might show up, eh?
So you're
Impromptu.
stalking. You're stalking Geddy Lee.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
All right, I have a question, not related to that.
Who's Geddy Lee?
Do you think if you found an irradiated AK-47, you can get it just for free? Would you take it home?
Irradiated.
Like, filled with radiation?
No.
Why not?
Well, for obvious reasons.
No, see, you
Jesus.
could put it in a lead box and then never look at it.
Exactly.
You bring up something interesting. Hold on just a second. I want to read this to you.
Okay.
I want to read this to you. Hold on. My cousin sent this to me, Jeremy.
Executive producer.
Right here. He sent this to me yesterday. The museum at the Grand Canyon National Park had 3 buckets full of radioactive uranium ore on display for 18 years.
18 years?
They only realized in 2018 when the son of one of the park's employees was messing around with a Geiger counter. 3 buckets of uranium ore.
That's
Holy shit.
Just sitting there
How
in the
many people
museum.
got cancer from that shit, I wonder?
There's no telling.
Dude, they're going out of business.
So what we have to have?
The national park is going out of business. Okay. All right.
Well, at least shut down to the public until they can.
Well, let's just cement this fucker up.
Yeah.
We don't need anybody
They're like,
looking in here anymore.
we need new funds. How much do you think we can get for this?
I hear Russia's looking for some uranium. Maybe they can just sell it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just turn the Grand Canyon into a giant landfill.
Or just turn into a
Uranium
big pool.
landfill? Oh my god.
Anything. He said they're going out of business. We got to figure out something to do with it.
I'm going for Yellowstone
Yeah,
next.
you laugh, but the post office is going out of business.
Yeah, okay. That's another good
The
conspiracy
post
theory.
office isn't meant to run a profit.
Don't test me. I'll take down Yellowstone right now.
Take it down?
Yeah, I'll take it down.
How?
Why? It's going to erupt here in a
Are
couple of
you
years.
gonna
And we're all
like
going to
print
die.
out a Yellowstone
That's why I'll
sign
buy it and then claim it
symbolically
insurance.
pull it down?
You'll buy it and claim it. They'll all be
We'll
dead.
all
They
be
can't
dead.
fill your insurance.
Oh yeah, no, okay. We're out of the radius. There.
Are we?
No, you need to go look this up.
Yeah.
You go look this up, cowboy.
I feel like this should be a homework
Don't worry.
assignment.
Don't worry. I'm immune to lava.
You're going to UNT?
No.
Oh.
Not for much longer, apparently. All right, so back to last night. So, yeah, Taylor Young Band played first, and then followed by the Cutthroat Finches, another band that we're friends with. They did a fantastic job.
On fire.
Yeah. Yeah, they... And another member of that band, their lead guitarist, he's a producer, damn it. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Help me out here.
I always forget his name.
Who is it?
I
Are you
can't
talking about
remember
the
off top of my
Cutthroat
head.
Finches?
Yeah, the Cutthroat Finches.
Freaking can't think.
Yeah, from a day of running
Hold on.
around.
It's coming.
He actually
Taylor Tash.
Taylor Tash, yeah, that's right. I was gonna say it's got to be another Taylor. He actually asked us if we wanted to record with him a while back, but his rates were more than we can afford. When Josh was still in the band, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Taylor Tash is their lead guitarist, and then after them, Henry the Archer took the stage.
What's their bass player's name? I forget it.
Charles.
I'm just
he was
kidding.
actually the first.
I'm just kidding.
He was the first person there, actually, from their camp. Yeah, got to catch up with them some.
Yeah, I drove down from Warland and was changing my clothes outside of Mass on the street.
Were you really?
Out of my camouflage fatigues and everything and putting on normal street clothes. And there was this homeless guy, like a kind of catty corner from me in this doorway. And I could hear him rustling around and kind of talking to himself. So I get my pants on, and I'm kind of looking in the truck for my shirts and stuff, and all of a sudden I hear this voice behind me coming up on me, and I was like, oh shit, is this homeless guy? I'm about to stab someone right in the face. It was Richard. Fucking with me. He parked down the street, and he just came up, and he's like, I was trying to scare you. I was like, you kind of did, because there's a homeless guy over there, and I thought I was just about to have to...
Shiv somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's funny. Yeah, it was great to see him again. And I was talking to Charles last night, shortly after getting there. Richard still lives in Colorado Springs, and from what Charles told me is that Richard would like to get back to Fort Worth, stay here again, but that's still up in the air. And I asked if that's going to affect, if they're still going to do more shows, or if they're just going to try and play sporadically as they can, considering that Richard still lives up there. And he said they're still going to make it work. So
I think at this point, I mean, they're working on stuff. They're recording stuff. They played two new songs last night.
Yeah, 2 or 3 at least.
And
one of them was for the Venus music video that I remember that came out like a year or two ago. My memories are better with you.
But haven't they played that live before?
I don't think so. No, I think that was their first time to play it.
Oh, okay.
Because they recorded it during the pandemic. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a good thing to not be playing all the time. You get better turnout that way. People have a craving and desire for you more than when you're playing, every other weekend or every weekend, or sometime in some bands, 3 times a week. If you're doing that shit, you can't be bitching that there's 5 people at your show.
Right.
Because you're just killing your audience, and the audience is going, you know what? I don't have to go see them tonight. I can see them in 2 nights, or I can go see them in 3 nights. It's no big deal. I think it's cool, that maybe they'll be limiting their shows, and it'll be more of a special event when they do it. And
yeah, that's what
of course when they get, and like any band, when new material comes out, they'll probably want to play it as much as they can and show it off. But hey, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, and there were a ton of people there last night too.
Oh, that's the first time they've played in publicly
3 years almost. Yeah,
because they did a private show.
Oh yeah, not counting that. That's right. They did that a couple months ago.
But yeah, that was their first public outing since before COVID, I think, right? And
yeah,
I think that's what they said. Yeah, I went over to Four Sisters and met with Kevin and Nancy and Susie, and we sat around and caught up, and it was good times. It was good seeing those boys, because I hadn't seen Kevin in forever.
Oh yeah,
and it was really, really good talking with them and catching up.
Yeah, and in fact, though, the last time before last night that I saw Henry the Archer was whenever Josh and the Jet Noise played with him at Growl in the front room, and at the time that was supposed to be Kevin's last show with them, because he left briefly, then he came back. Yeah.
So he's back in?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, at that show that we played with him at Growl, that was supposed to be Kevin's last show with him, but he came out like 2 months later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that show.
I remember that show.
Well, it was a great night. It was a great night of music. Everybody was on.
It was.
HTA got a screaming encore one. Like everybody's going.
Yeah, for one more song. Yeah, and they played "Why Can't You Hear Me," which is like, I haven't played this in 5 years. It's probably gonna suck, and they did great.
They rolled through it. The only thing was that Richard, couldn't remember the solo part.
Oh, that's right.
They just jammed through it, which was great. And that was when they got done, I called him over. I was like, that was the perfect encore song to whip out right there.
It was.
Watching the crowd standing on the side of the stage, looking at the crowd, and everybody just getting into it and dancing and screaming and yelling. I was like, yeah, that's on. That's one of those moments. It was cool.
It was.
Really cool.
Because I was expecting he would either play that or Pain. Pain was the one who says, "You acted like there's something wrong." Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of their newer ones that they haven't. It's not on either of their albums, Zero is a Number, or on When Something Means Nothing.
Why would they whip that out?
That's what they used to close with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Richard screams on that one too on the end.
All right, could you do that one more time? I'm
what?
Sorry.
I'm thinking about the bass line that Charles plays on it. You acting like something wrong. I don't know, man. Did you, Kenneth? Do you remember Richard Hennessy?
Yeah, he was on our show before.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because the time that he was over here and you guested with Dustin, I didn't remember if you were part of RIP or not.
I was.
Okay, cool.
I was more silent
Than you are now.
than I am now.
Silent K.
Silent K.
Oh Lord, I don't need another name change.
Yeah, Thunder
I can't
K.
keep up with the one I have now.
Well, Thunder Gay's great.
Thunder Gay.
I didn't say. Whoa! No,
Damn it, Matt.
You
What
said
the
that.
hell?
I didn't say Thunder
That's
Gay.
his mind tonight.
That is what you said.
That is not what I said.
It
All
is.
day Thunder Gay. All right. Well, that's actually all I
I
had.
must have did something bad to him.
What
I
did you
apologize,
do?
Matt, for whatever it is I did to you.
No, I was just razzing you about the stupid local music trivia that you stumped me on, though.
He's so bitter.
Deceivingly.
So bitter.
How long ago was that? It was like years ago.
Yeah, it
Years
was.
ago. He probably gets in the middle of the night and says,
No,
What? You won?
This has weird Vietnam flashback.
No. Let me give you some context, Dustin. So, according to actually everybody in here, well, maybe not
I
all.
listen to this show.
Yeah, I know.
Every week.
I know what happened on this. What's the context?
Oh, that sometimes if I'm startled in the middle of the night, I say, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in Utah, and it's the first
You
time.
did that in Vegas.
I did? This is the first you've mentioned this to me. Neither you or Stubbs told me this.
That is a homie for life. You just didn't
There are
say
some
nothing.
things you just don't talk about in public.
I still have pictures from that trip. Too,
Hey,
that I have
Matt, you know you just go, what, in the middle of the night?
He stopped doing it. I think he made a
we were
conscious
in-
effort not to do
We
it.
were in Utah, and we shared a room, but we had two different beds. But
No, they were cuddled up so close.
well, we do cuddle, but when we sleep in two different
There's
beds.
two twins, but
Yeah.
y'all chose to use one.
Yeah, that's right. So Shelly gets up to go to the bathroom, and she just jostles the bed a little bit, and he sits straight up and goes, what? Scares the shit out of everybody in the room.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was about that one trivia game we played several years ago.
Yeah.
Take three guys that all have some sort of issue and put them in a hotel room in Vegas together and watch what happens at night.
Jesus.
I can only imagine.
From snoring to farting to rubbing one's feet to
Whoa.
Yeah, he told us about that.
What? Well, the picture's on
Waking up.
Facebook, too.
all of us go to sleep at different times or wake up at different times.
And I was always the first one asleep.
There was some like, I don't know, what is that? What do they call it? Some fear screaming in the middle of the night, like terror screams.
Who was the terror screamer? Was it him? Or
No.
No, it's not him.
Stubbs.
And then I have allergies and start scratching my throat. Everybody thinks I'm dying.
I wasn't privy to that. Jesus.
What kind of friend are
It's
you?
good times.
He knows about your what's, and he doesn't know anything about
Well,
his
Well, he never mentioned it to me before until now.
his night allergies.
He didn't really do that in Vegas. I was just.
Oh, okay. I thought you were serious.
Damn.
I thought you were too. Damn.
You got us
man.
all convinced.
Even me.
Is it? Stubbs came in with a showgirl, and that startled you. What?
Oh, shit. All right, well, Thundercat, let's move on to you. Anything new with you over the last week?
I'm gonna go ahead and pass so we can get on to Boba Fett because I'm kind of excited to talk about it.
Okay, well, what about you, intern?
I got a new car and started rock climbing. That's it.
Rock climbing?
Rock climbing.
Like, are you talking about, like, those businesses where they actually have the fake rock walls that you climb up?
UNT has one.
Oh, okay.
So I started going there. But actually the week...
Tell them how much it costs. 'Cause
That's great upper body exercise right there.
The crazy thing is for a one-day pass, it's $5, but for a semester pass, it's $25.
Oh, damn.
That's awesome.
So now he can go as many times as he wants.
For $25.
For $25.
That's pretty awesome, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Makes your hands strong.
Yeah.
Well, they were already strong.
No, just the right hand.
He's a switch hitter.
Oh, yeah, switch hitter.
Switch hitter. Jesus.
Makes your finger strong, and the ladies like it.
You just got to worry about that transfer. You don't want to miss a stroke.
Yeah.
Yep, that's why ladies love us bassists, because we're constantly doing this.
Well, okay, way to make it about you, RoboTuner.
I do this when my hand falls asleep.
I was making it about Dustin and I because we're both bassists.
Yay.
Way to make it about you and Dustin, RoboTuner.
So there was a time in Vegas when we were in the room.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a time in Austin when...
Who was the woman in that?
Well, in Austin, actually, Stubbs and I was the ones to share his bed. Well, actually, no, it was his kid, one of his kids' beds. Yeah.
Dear diary.
And I actually slept with earplugs in.
Stubbs said he woke up feeling on his thigh.
I believe it.
What is going on?
He's like, dude, what the fuck?
He's probably like, more to the right. Man? More to the right.
Got that, man. All right, well, let's get to sushi news and conspiracies. Then we'll talk about Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, I thought we'd do that after, but that's all right. I'll go through it real fast.
There's tapping again. Where'd that happen? Where'd that come from?
Do you have a Star Wars trivia?
Yeah.
Shit.
You're trying to sound like she will not be named. There we go.
Live from the Dungeon and Castle Fujiwa, it's Sushi News.
It's all a bunch of shit.
Damn.
It's all bullshit.
What?
Fake news.
I don't know. I read the article. I read this article. It's pretty good.
Go.
Cracker Jack conspiracies.
Drunken naked sisters brawl at Disney World.
Told you.
The sisters reportedly
Were they
brawled.
from the Ukraine?
I need to do something here.
We'll find out. Hold on. Let her read it.
The sisters brawled, stripped, fell into some bushes, and one even fell on the other's vomit, according to court papers.
I need some clarification on this timeline. So they started to fight, and then they stopped, and then they took off all their clothes, and then jumped into some bushes?
Pictures or it doesn't?
As they were fighting, they were taking their clothes off.
Pictures or I don't believe it.
Yeah, I need to see these girls to see if this is a good story or not.
I need some video evidence.
The sisters were tourists from New Jersey who began the night.
Yeah, I'm out. Sorry.
What?
No Jersey Shore girls.
They were 29 and 31.
Okay.
And?
Anyway.
So they were older.
They began the night eating at a steakhouse at the amusement park before going to an Irish pub for some drinks. And then they eventually tried to leave, but their phone died, and an Uber driver refused to take them because they were too drunk. And while they waited for a taxi, they allegedly began arguing. The older sister called the younger sibling a bad mom and slapped her. And then the youngest sister allegedly threatened to punch her. And they fought, were pulled apart, and tried to fight each other again. Once they were separated, both sisters ran at each other, slipped in the younger sister's vomit, and then fell into the bushes while still fighting.
Well, my question is, how did they get... Why were they both naked?
They started taking their clothes off while they were fighting.
Oh.
Probably because they slipped in the vomit.
So this happened at Disney Springs. This wasn't like at Disney
At the actual
World
park, okay.
itself. This is like where the
this
shopping
story's-
center and the bars and the restaurants are and stuff. The Lego
This story
store.
sounds really familiar, though. Are you sure it wasn't from Azle?
Yeah, no.
Or Pelican Bay? or Springtown?
Or Springtown.
Why are they keeping... Oh, there's a picture of them right there. I was like, why are they keeping their identities a secret? They had to go to jail. They should be on
public arrest records, yeah.
This says the women were aged 29 and 31. Did you say 19 and 31?
29 and 31.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
okay.
said,
Hmm.
Interesting.
Crazy.
Makes me wonder what the hell either of them were drinking
I'm
to
not
lead
gonna-
them to that.
I'm not gonna lie. I've gone to Disney World a lot of times. I hate to brag, but I usually want to fight someone there.
That's a brag?
No, I'm saying I went to Disney World a lot of times, but that place makes you want to fight someone. It's not the happiest place on earth.
$20 for a damn Coke? I'm fucking fighting Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
A 12-ounce Coke, yeah.
Yeah, it's
No
ridiculous.
refills. No refills.
Decoded DNA takes Tasmanian tiger one step closer to resurrection. So you all know that the Tasmanian tiger has been declared extinct.
In the year of the tiger.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those things were mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why don't they work on the dodo bird?
I don't know.
Why don't you work on the dodo bird, you dodo?
I made you.
Oh.
So the Tasmanian tigers let's see. Let me get back to it. It was a great week for the Tasmanian tiger, or thylacine, as the apex predator clawed its way back into the headlines, giving hope for resurrection 86 years after being declared extinct. The Tasmanian tiger's press tour began on February 9th when the DNA Zoo Australia Research Collective announced that they had completed DNA decoding that could give the extinct mammal a second chance to roam the earth. Using a blood sample provided by Perth Zoo, researchers from DNA Zoo and the University of Western Australia successfully mapped the DNA of the Tasmanian tiger's closest living relative, the humble Numbat. Sorry, I can't read.
Numbat?
I need glasses now.
What part of it was numb?
I don't know. Beyond sharing the same stripes as the elusive cousin, the Numbat's DNA was revealed to be 95% identical, a remarkable percentage for two creatures that shared a common ancestor between 35 million and 41 million years ago. The organization has high hopes that their latest research will help fill in the blanks of a 2018 project. Okay.
Yeah.
That's that one.
You know what else they're trying to resurrect or create right now, don't you?
No, what's that?
A mastodon.
Oh, really?
Hold on. They don't think that the mastodon is extinct. I've been watching a lot of videos on this, and there is a whale that has a humongous bite out of it. It's like humongous. And they said that there is no way that a shark that is living like a great white or any great white shark that's the normal size could have bit this whale, and that it had to be a mastodon. And there's also, if you look at...
Yeah, I think she's confused.
I think so, too.
I'm not the shark.
No.
The elephant.
That's a megalodon.
Oh, God. Sorry.
Mastodon's the elephant. Yeah. Like a giant mammoth.
I'm not all here today.
Mammoth elephant.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that one.
I'm like, how did the elephant get into the ocean to bite the whale?
They did.
They wore scuba masks.
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I do think there's megalodons out there in the deep ocean.
And they actually have a Google image where you can see the outline of a body in the water.
Yeah.
And it is like 70 feet long is what they said. And they said there is no way a shark that lives now would be that size. It would have to be the megalodon. I'm sorry, I said.
You know, it's funny though. We don't know what's in the ocean. We
No.
definitely don't know. The further down the ocean goes, it's scary to think what's down there living because it's so much pressure.
Now the mastodon, I've heard they've been doing that for years and years and years. And if they've been, that's why I brought this up, because I was like, if they've been able to decode the DNA for just that one animal, there's got to be a way that they have already done it for the mastodon.
I've seen mastodon like every 2 years for like the last.
Yeah, you and I went and saw him a couple of months ago.
14 years, so.
It's
taken them so long.
I saw him with Primus.
Didn't they find?
Yep, we did in Austin.
Didn't they find a full mastodon in ice up?
And that's where they're pulling all. That was last year or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're pulling all this DNA from, and think they can clone it. And
They're
bring it back to
finding a
life.
lot of things, like as the ice caps melt and everything starts to melt. They're starting to find people. They're starting to find other animals, and supposedly, which this is a conspiracy theory, one day they're going to find some mysterious illness that's going to kill everybody.
Well, and the other one is that Antarctica is releasing methane gas into the atmosphere with
Which is
all the
causing
melting and causing the
ozone
atmosphere and ozone to disappear.
Because it was healing for a long time, and now it's back to growing large again.
It's either that or cows farting.
Could be the cows.
It's the cows. Okay.
Higher source of methane than all the cars in the world combined.
Yay. All right, I'm ready.
No.
I only have one.
For sushi conspiracies.
Sushi conspiracy.
Now, I think this one is linked to a lot of things.
Oh, no, I was going to ask you something. Damn it. Hey, did you see the video, since we were just talking about sharks, the video that came out yesterday that made the rounds? Yesterday, day before yesterday?
I don't know.
In Australia? The guy decides to go swimming?
No.
And there's a bunch of people on the beach, and they're fishermen and everything, and he's out in this current, and a great white comes up and bites him in half.
No.
And
shit.
The upper torso, he's still screaming and for help and everything.
Oh no.
They bit him in half, took the bottom half with them because they think there was two. And he's screaming and needing help, and everybody's like, what do we do? And the water's just turning red, and they're like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And people are like, we can't do anything. He's out there by himself, you know, it's a giant pool of blood. They're all freaking out, and the shark comes back and takes the rest of him. That's it. Gone.
Well, that's probably the best thing. I mean, at that
God,
point,
that's gruesome.
Oh my
at that
God.
point, that would be.
But
the
he's on the video. He's just like, help, 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 freaking out, and it's terrifying.
Wow.
You would think that people in Australia would have, I don't know, learned a lesson by now to not go fucking swimming out there.
Mm-hmm.
Or they would have built something that would protect them from swimming with the sharks.
Well, I mean, everything in Australia will kill you.
No
That's
joke.
true.
So,
Spiders,
Well, I mean,
snakes.
Urakanji.
I kind of wonder what we expect. I mean, we're overfishing, and sharks have to eat, right? So they're predators.
Yeah, but
And
the
so-
great whites are just really
Well, yeah, but
aggressive.
a hungry shark is a hungry shark, and if they can't eat fish, they're gonna find something.
That's true.
You got something
Yeah.
splashing around.
I'm
in
sure.
the
It,
water.
I'm sure it was burning with hunger whenever it took the bite out of that guy.
Wow.
well, at least it didn't burn down a nightclub.
Jesus. What the hell?
That was really loud.
That was great. Thanks.
This is my favorite thing you've ever done.
Oh.
Don't encourage that. Don't encourage that.
Jesus.
Keep saying stuff like that, his headphones won't fit. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Because his head's gonna grow this big.
Yes, that's the joke, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Alex.
So there is this thing called the Havana syndrome, and it first started showing up or at least they acknowledged it in 2016. And what it does.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it the frequency thing?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
All right, go on.
So investigators are still working to explain what the Havana syndrome is, and it's been affecting U.S. officials lately. It started in Cuba. That's how they recognized it in the beginning.
Makes sense.
And identified that there were some things that were interfering with people's brains and brain waves and the way they were thinking. And it
I
was
think I know where you're going with this. Go on.
And then did you know that it happened during Trump's
When he was in office?
when he was in office. It happened to several people in the White House. Or anyway, I'll read this. It says it's been affecting U.S. officials with brain injuries since 2016, but progress came this month with a report on the nature of the brain injuries. So they're saying that what they found they thought was clear evidence of an injury to the auditory and vestibular system of the brain. Everything starting with inner ear with humans perceive sound and sense balance and then translate those perceptions into brain electrical signals. So that's how they're explaining it. But if you look at, it says the mechanism Romans committee concluded could most likely be a pulsed electromagnetic energy. In other words, a focused beam of microwaves fired from a distance. So they're saying that someone is attacking the attacking us over here. Sorry, I'm trying to think of the right way to say it.
The first time it happened was at the U.S. Embassy in Havana, Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
And they immediately thought it was some type of Russian weapon being used in our embassy against our diplomats. And they come to find out that it was some type of frequency device. Like a high, once we get old, we start losing our high-end frequency, right? Just naturally. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're around loud music or anything, you just start losing your high-end. Because when you're younger, you can hear up to, it's something like 32 kilohertz.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And usually, by the time you die, you're below 20 kilohertz. You're like in the 18, 16 range. And they make, they used to make these apps for your phone called...
I was going to say that because
the mosquito repellers.
Uh-huh.
And it would make kids crazy.
Uh-huh.
but adults can't hear it.
Yeah, and when I got my headphones for my phone,
Mhm.
it has on the app. It says if you're between this age and this age, we'll set it to this. If you're between 40 and 60, we'll set it to this because of that very reason.
Yeah, so that's what they're thinking. And the U.S. military, CIA, have had frequency weapons for crowd control for years that
Mhm.
they've built out. And that goes back to what we always joke about, like the Brown note.
Yeah.
Where you have a poignant weapon, you point it at someone, you hit them with a certain frequency, and they just lose control of their bowels and fall down. And the same thing with the high, you can single out people and blast them with a certain frequency, and it makes them crazy.
Yeah. So there's been over 1,000 incidents reported since the Havana incident in 2016, and they haven't been able to link a foreign state to this. But my mom called me right before we did this, and she said that on the news they're reporting that Russia is the one doing it. They're still reporting Russia is the one
That's
that's
what they
sending
said
out
in
the
Havana.
frequencies. Yeah. And that it's happening now, even to the government we have now, that it's still happening. So I was like, this is really strange.
Well-
Like, it's a conspiracy theory, but it's not because, well, we don't know who's really doing it, except they're saying it is Russia.
Well, and we can't really blame it for the way Joe Biden is, though, because he was like that before. The story ran, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's what I was like. Are they trying to blame it on the way Joe acts on this?
Is the Russian embassy in Washington occupied right now?
I have no idea.
I thought they sent them home.
I don't know.
Well, this would be a good time to go roaming around that building.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, you're breaking on... That's their
I would think
sovereign
that-
soil, and that could be a declaration of war, but...
I would think that they would take that little device with them.
Somebody's already asked this question, by the way.
But we have, there's. It's
It's
not like we don't
closed.
have Chinese spies and Russian spies all over the United States anyway.
Do we have a Russian embassy in Dallas?
Oh, I don't know. That's a
We
good
have a bunch
question.
of weird embassies in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's not like Dianne Feinstein's personal driver wasn't a Chinese spy for years and years.
Yeah.
It's weird to think about, but yeah. Maybe that'll explain why Trump decided to draw pictures on hurricanes and talking about sending nuclear bombs in the middle of hurricanes and
It's looking like there isn't any Russian embassy open in America.
Well, yeah,
But I could be
if
wrong.
there's
but
if there's any war talk, they're sending them home.
but there are Russian consulates around.
Hmm.
I don't know where they're at,
Okay.
but they're around.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, if
Find
I
us
were Russia,
something?
that'd be the first thing I ever left out of those.
Oh, it is open. I'm sorry. It's closed for the day. It's closed on Sundays.
Oh.
The Russian embassy is open 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 3 to 6.
Well, Shelley, on Monday you need to call them and get a comment.
Back hurt?
No, my legs are cramping up.
Oh. And you got the good chair, too.
Yeah, so it is open. Sorry, my bad. It's open. Says the ambassador is Anatoly Antonov.
Anatoly Antonov.
Be a lot cooler as Anna Kournikova. But, okay.
I think there's a good chance he likes the vodka.
And that's all I have for that.
All right, cool.
Are we wanting to do the trivia? It's actually riddles again.
That's it is Star Wars.
It is Star Wars riddles.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'll just do 10.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Let's do 10, then we'll talk about Book of Boba Fett.
All right. What do you get when you cross an elephant with Darth Vader?
Oh, these are jokes.
Well, it says it's a riddle.
Okay. An elephant with Darth Vader.
It's going to be stupid easy.
I know.
And we're overthinking it right now.
Thunder K. A Sith who never forgets.
No.
Yeah.
What do you get when you cross an elephant with Darth Vader?
This is going to be stupid. I feel it.
It has something to do with a trunk.
I'm drawing a blank.
I was the intern Spaceballs.
No.
It's gonna be a play off of something that he said in the movie. I guarantee it. Just can't think of what that would be.
I don't know. I give up.
I should get crickets for this one.
Okay.
A father that cares about their child.
Nope. An elevator.
Oh shit.
So that's what we're doing.
Oh shit.
So that's where this is going.
How do Ewoks communicate over long distances?
Son of a bitch.
How do Ewoks communicate over
long distances?
Thunder K Wookiee talkies.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Give yourself a
What
chance.
does that have to do with Ewoks?
It's just.
I was gonna say Ewok over there.
Yeah, I was thinking about using.
These are riddles.
Walk.
I thought about the dumbest thing that I could figure out. Knew I wasn't gonna be right, and I was.
Okay. Where does Qui-Gon keep his jam?
Keep his jam?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh, Robotuner. In his Jar Jar.
Yeah.
There you go. Susie says she's getting all of these.
Is she?
Damn it.
Susie, why aren't you in our chat?
Why aren't Wookiees hunted for their meat?
Because they're too hairy.
Mm-mm.
Robotuner. They're too chewy.
Yes.
Oh,
How
fuck.
do you
That's
know
gonna be the
these?
next one.
I gave him the riddle. You just got to think of the dumbest
That
thing
was
possible.
Yeah. That was good.
What does Yoda do when he's constipated?
Alex,
He
the intern.
forces it out. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
No, you're good.
Go ahead. That's it.
Okay.
Use the Force. That's it.
Bullshit.
So low brow.
I'm used to Blurt.
Oh yeah.
Say my name.
Where are Chewbacca's favorite biscuits? Wait, hold on.
What?
What are Chewbacca's favorite cookies?
Oh,
This
okay.
obviously is from over there.
Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
Wookiee cookies.
Yes.
That's what I thought it was gonna be. I just,
cookies? What the fuck is that?
my daughter's Girl Scout troop actually made Wookiee cookies for their Christmas dinner that they
Remember
invited the parents
Wookiee
to.
pussy?
Yes. Yeah. I whiskeyed it.
Okay. What do you call a Jedi who works in a glass shop?
A Jedi that works in a glass shop.
This one's so dumb. What the fuck? This one's like, I don't know if anybody.
Worse than the rest of them.
Well, I mean, it's like, really? They were stretching for this one.
Thunder K forcefully transparent.
No.
That's not bad though. Works in a glass shop. Yeah, I don't know. Shit.
Does that have to do with blowing?
That's what I was thinking. Glass blowers. Yeah.
Oh,
Shattering something. I don't know.
Glass melter.
Mm-mm.
My brain didn't work today.
What the fuck?
Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah.
No.
Mace window.
Uh.
I was like, that one's really stretching.
That's a stretch.
How long does Luke Skywalker need to sleep?
Thunder K, a Millennium Falcon.
No.
Millennial Falcon.
Robotuner?
Uh-huh.
One season more?
No.
Since that's how much longer that he was needed on the farm. The moisture farm.
I don't understand why these are so terrible.
These are terrible.
The other ones were kind of cool, but it's starting to
I don't
really
know.
get bad.
12 parsecs.
Nope.
What?
That's what I was thinking.
What do you got?
Better be good.
Thought this was real trivia.
Well, these are riddles.
Motherfucker bringing riddles in this bitch.
Sorry.
Uh,
I thought I'd change it up a little.
A Jawa? I don't fucking know.
One Jedi Knight.
What the?
Boo.
Yeah.
I quit.
Heal me now.
Oh my god. What do you call a Sith who won't fight?
Pussy?
Oh, Thunder K, a sissy.
Yes.
Wow.
This should be a drinking game, goddammit.
What do you call a potato that has turned to the dark side?
Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
A dark spud.
No.
Oh.
I got nothing.
I don't have anything either. I was thinking about that stupid Mr. Potato Head that you could dress up as Darth Vader that had the parts.
It's not goddamn stupid. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
It's in the collection.
What an asshole. I don't know, yam.
Thunder K, is it Spud Vader?
No, but you're close. It's Vader Tots.
Oh. Wow.
All right.
Jesus.
Last one, because these are really bad.
Okay. I don't know if I can take it much more.
What do you call Jabba the Hutt's older brother?
Grimace?
Mm-mm.
Thunder K, Bubba the Hutt?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I give up.
Yeah.
Pizza the Hut.
Oh, what?
That doesn't even equate because that's a parody of it.
This one was bad.
It was bad.
All right.
Grimace was way funnier.
I expect quality when I come on this show.
We should all win this round because we've all made it through without killing ourselves.
Okay. Sorry.
Facts. I'm okay with that because I got 0 points.
I will be honest with you. I did not vet the questions. I
think we all tied anyway, except for you.
I thought it was cool that they had riddles, and I didn't vet them. So
Yeah, that's okay.
That's my bad.
That's on you, brother.
It is.
This is how the RoboTuner murders start.
But more like the Skip Redstone murders.
I thought we decided to call it the auto-tune murder.
Oh, yeah. The auto-tune murders.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that you are dead. All right, so let's get to some Book of Boba Fett. Dustin, it looks like you came equipped with your iPad.
Wow, Dustin has some notes.
Just like you did last time that you were here and we talked about Mandalorian.
What up?
Did you spark notes it?
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my
pages.
I feel like such a hack when
Well,
it's on the show.
I meant to ask you how you wanted to do this. Like, are we going to do a rundown of the episodes, or are we just going to talk about the whole thing all together? What we liked, what we didn't like?
I got both ideas, to be honest.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning, from episode 1.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
What, you want me to talk about this?
You're the one
Boba
with
Fett.
the notes.
Boba Fett wake up Kolto tank.
Yeah. So the first thing that I actually called this that the first thing that we were going to see him doing was emerge from the Sarlacc pit.
Well, technically, the first thing we saw was the end of Mandalorian Season 2 of him returning to Jabba's palace.
Yes.
Shooting a fat-ass Bib Fortuna in the face and then taking over the throne.
Yes. So that was actually the true beginning. You are correct.
So let me just say this. I don't know. Did you get the idea that this was kind of this was going to be more like a Star Wars Breaking Bad kind of vibe, you know, where he kind of fiddles his way into a criminal empire and
without actually selling illicit substances.
Quite the opposite, actually.
Well,
I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen. I didn't know if he was going to like we were going to start seeing the Bounty Hunter Guild emerge, or maybe some of the Black Sun stuff emerge, or I don't know. I didn't know.
I didn't know either. But I kind of got after the first episode. That was my initial impression, was that okay, this is going to be like he's trying to get his hands around the criminal empire. Yeah. But it didn't turn out to be that way. It turned out to be him just trying to, be there for the people.
Which is weird. I think that's Disney fucking with it right there.
Yeah, it's almost like they tried to create an element to a story to where he's like turned over a new leaf. Maybe it's because he came so close to dying. I don't know. It's something that it's something that I think was prevalent, but they didn't really go into the rationale behind it, or his rationale behind it.
Yeah, true. Like, okay,
Not in depth,
so,
at least.
So, like you said, it starts off with him escaping the Sarlacc right off the bat.
Yeah.
So that is now canon. Yay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Let's just start it and let's get it out there of
I like the
what
fact,
happened.
I like the fact that they kind of explained it, though. It wasn't like you're supposed to be instantly kind of digested by that thing, but it was because of his specific Mandalorian armor.
His Beskar armor.
I thought the whole theory behind it in Return of the Jedi was that you would be digested for over 2,000.
Yeah, see, I thought that too, but during the show they explained it in such a way where, you know, if I hadn't worn this Beskar armor, I would have been digested instantly.
Yeah, because that stormtrooper was just like instantly dead.
Yeah, that's true. All stormtroopers wear PPC.
But I was with you. I thought they were supposed to be digested over 1,000 years, but it's like, why over 1,000 years? You could surely figure a way out of there, and you know, eat the inside of that thing before it even got to close to digesting you.
But there's the stomach acids, you know. You're not going to be able to eat stomach acids.
Yeah.
So he blasts his way out. He gets out on the sand, and the Jawas come and strip him of his armor as he's laying there dying, and then the Tuskens find him.
Yep.
And take him prisoner. Now, what I thought was cool was every time there's a flashback in the first 3 episodes that show, or I guess the first 2 episodes when it shows, like he's newly came from the Sarlacc, he's got like worms and maggots coming out of his skin and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty badass.
That was.
And he was super pale and dehydrated too. Skin all cracked. Yeah.
He looked beat to hell. And I don't know, a lot of people hate those flashbacks. I loved them.
I did too, because
it was a little.
I liked the
I think it
flashbacks.
screwed with the pacing of the first movie, but I liked the content.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you this, and I told Matt this too. I felt like they were trying to humanize people, or
the Sand People, the Tusken Raiders.
Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, which I thought
And
that was weird.
I thought that was weird because I thought they were ruthless to each other and other people.
Well, the theory was that the tribes don't like each other.
Exactly. So.
Well, that's still the theory, even in the
Yeah, I
series
mean, they don't show the tribes being friendly with each other because he's just with the one tribe.
Yeah.
But they spend, to her point, they spend the entire, the entire Skywalker series talking about how bad these things are, and then they kind of turn it around like they're not just mindless creatures.
Well, they were treating Fett and that other Rhodian as
like slaves.
As slaves,
right?
Making them dig the water plants for them.
The melons. Yeah.
And the only reason he got any respect is because was at the end of the first episode where he attacks that sand monster that it tries to kill the.
That was badass, by the way.
The chief's son.
Yeah.
And so, they gave him. He broke free from being a slave. And became one of them.
One thing I want to touch on. Are you muted me? What the hell, bro? One thing I want to touch on. I want to see where Boba Fett got into a second tribe, because in that scene when the Mandalorian, Boba Fett was there when they were attacking the Krayt Dragon. Where does that come in? Because in the later episodes, that whole tribe gets wiped out.
Well, that was the rumor, was that he was when they were sitting around the campfire. When Cobb and Din were sitting around the campfire with the Tuskens, he was overhearing everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that was never made true. The only thing that was made true was when he went to get Fennec Shan when she was gutted, and you hear his spurs and the figure walking up.
Yeah.
But it was all that was weird too, because it's a figure in a robe. So you're like, well, who? If that's Boba Fett's spur sound.
But like, if that rumor was true, there has to be some explanation, because
to get to a second tribe.
Yeah, his tribe got wiped out years before he even met.
Well,
Din.
maybe he knows the Sand People well enough to blend in with any tribe.
Well, I think if they come in and he knows the language, they're gonna be like, oh, he knows the language.
But he didn't. He just sign language.
Well, when he was with the original tribe, he talked about uniting the tribes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So, I don't know if he had done any work to that end at all before his tribe got wiped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it'll come out in the wash later. I mean, it's not like them to leave these kind of stones unturned.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. They taught him how to fight, and he taught them how to ride swooper bikes.
Yeah, and I thought the montage of giving him his own spear was pretty cool, and him actually making it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Because because whenever he was first making it, I couldn't really tell if it was all wood or metal or both. But as a montage went on, I saw that it actually is made of both.
So if we're gonna say that the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett are space westerns, this is like a white man going and living with Native Americans.
Yeah.
And learning their way.
Yeah, that's a perfect comparison.
Learning them how to fight, and then them approving of him and letting him build a weapon that's part of their ancestry, which I thought was badass. When the weapon was being made, I was like, okay, this is awesome. This is just straight up badass.
Yeah, honestly, I did like the way that they kind of built in the culture for the Sand People, so you kind of get a better understanding of why they are the way they are and why they don't trust outsiders. And
I think, and I'm not going to lead up to this, I mean, like, say any details, but I think it's really cool how this made full circle and how that weapon saved his life over the other more electronic weapons.
Yeah, that's true.
Later in the show.
Yeah.
2 times.
Yeah. Well, and you kept wondering how this was all going to come back to play. There's a lot of things in the first few episodes. They were slow, but there was a lot of lore being laid out and a lot of things being kind of, we said, made into canon. And like the Rancor. When's the Rancor going to come into play? That was gifted from the Hutt twins.
From the Hutt brother and sister twins, yeah.
And then you had, what's the name of the Wookiee? I have it in
Kursitan, yeah.
Kursantan, yeah.
Yeah,
what's his role? Because he was a fighter for the Hutt twins. Tried to attack Boba Fett while he was in his.
I thought he was a bounty hunter.
Yeah, in the comics and the legends, he was a bounty hunter.
Yeah, but
Boba favor.
And in this series, he was a gladiator. Yeah.
Yeah, they said his beginnings were gladiator, and I thought he just worked for them.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he attacked Boba Fett in the Bacta tank, and nearly killed him.
That's pretty.
And then there's a little bit of respect going back and forth,
Yeah, see, and I thought the mutual respect there was they were both bounty hunters, and that's where I thought that mutual respect came from.
I also think it's because Boba Fett let him live.
That too.
Was another respectful
and let him
thing.
go.
Yeah.
And then he came back. He saw him in town.
Yeah.
And basically hired him back.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, so he hired him back at that point to where the Hutt twins, instead of handing him back over, they said, you can have him. And then they also brought Danny Trejo. It was the damn Rancor trainer, or handler, which I thought was pretty awesome.
So that was episode 3.
It's directed by Robert Rodriguez.
I hate that episode.
Yeah, honestly.
I didn't think it was the strongest one.
Cool things were the Hutt twins, the Rancor, the Wookiee, but that swooper bike game the mod squad.
I always thought they were more like space hipsters or something.
That's the dumbest thing ever. And Richard Rodriguez can't shoot a chase scene for shit. He's never been able to do it ever in any of his movies.
Are you talking about that speeder bike chase?
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
With all these chrome, flashy speeder bikes, there's nothing chrome and flashy on Tatooine.
On Tatooine, yeah, I didn't think that fit at all.
The salt flats alone would have rusted it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like they.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know.
Why is that there?
I didn't think
stupid.
I didn't think that aesthetic fit with it at all, Dustin. I do agree with you on there. Now, if they said they actually came from a different planet, they brought those with them, I could kind of understand. But I mean, they did it, or they could have given them the dilapidated bikes.
Here's the problem. I think it really is that they were trying to Americanize culture into Star Wars, and biker gangs are an American style kind of culture, and so is these space hipsters they put in there.
I also feel like they were trying to appeal to a younger generation by infusing that in there. There were thoughts that there weren't there wasn't as much viewership in this season, because.
But that's not what they're thinking about while they're shooting this and creating this.
You don't think so?
The Mandalorian's going through the roof. They don't know what the Book of Fett, what the viewers are going to be, and what
That's
the ratings
true.
are going to be.
That's true.
While they're doing this, if the Mandalorian's going to go through the roof, they're going to think the Book of Fett.
See, I think if they're going to continue to make headway, they're going to have to start thinking outside of the American culture. They're going to make up new culture.
Well, I mean, like we said, this is a space opera, but there's also a lot that has to do with the Japanese culture.
Well, yeah, daimyo is a Japanese term that's for a
samurai
local warlord.
Yeah, local warlord. So you're kind of mixing both, and then that samurai culture will come up again.
Feudal, yeah.
In
Feudal
the
Japan.
later episode, but that episode was just terrible. That race was terrible. I don't.
Is that
the lowest rated episodes are the two Rodriguez did, which is that one and the season finale.
Is that the train scene, or was that?
No, that was
number 4, I think.
It was
Okay.
It was
That,
the one.
I personally thought the train
That
sequence was
was
pretty
cool. That was
badass.
episode 2.
I thought it was too.
Yeah.
That whole them attacking the train. That's when.
Yeah, the Pike Syndicate, right? Yeah.
Fett taught them how to ride the super bikes.
Who produced that one?
I think it was Bryce Dallas Howard.
Nope.
No, that wasn't one she did.
I don't remember.
Was it
Hold on,
Filoni?
I'll tell you. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Hold on. There's number. Which one did you say that was?
4, right?
That was number 4.
That's the Gathering Storm. No, that's not it.
Oh.
The one with the train.
Oh, that was episode 2, I thought.
Was that 2?
Let's see.
It was either 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's 2. That was done by Steph Green.
Steph Green.
That's
How
who
many
directed
producers?
that
I mean,
one.
how many directors were there?
I don't know.
See, that was the first time.
Rodriguez did 1,
That was
3, 7. Bryce Dallas Howard did 5. Dave Filoni did
Is that
6.
when 7 was so weird?
Yeah,
I mean,
7 was weird.
7
Another bunch of chase scenes, and they suck.
Yeah.
Oh, it pissed me off. I'm sorry. I mean,
Alex, get up on your mic, dude.
The one thing that I really wanted to see was Satan, or whatever, the Wookiee. Sorry, I forgot his name.
Kursatan.
Yeah,
Kursatan.
Kursatan. Fight the Trandoshans. That's the one thing I wanted to see.
Well, he
cut it
kind of
out.
did. He kind of ripped one of their arms off.
Yeah, but
in
then,
the
like,
club, yeah.
But like, right as things got super good.
Yeah, they panned away from.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
speaking of which, Jennifer Beals, the chick from Flashdance, played the club owner.
Yeah, a little bit. Till
Yeah.
her face was blown off.
Well, yeah, mind you.
Which was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, terrorism in the Star Wars universe, pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the first time I ever seen episode 4?
Yes. When a bunch of terrorists go and blow up a space station.
Exactly.
So episode 4 is the one that I really dug because more canon and more of, okay, how did this happen? It's when Fett goes and gets his ship back.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yes.
But they show the scene from Mandalorian when he went to get Fennec Shan, like him actually getting her,
Yeah.
saving her, taking her to these mods.
Yeah, Thundercat was the guy that
Yeah.
played.
To fix her belly and everything, and how she was now pretty much in debt to Fett and became his right hand man.
Yeah, but I like how he gave her a choice, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was in indentured servitude. He was
No.
like, you know.
But she's like, let's just see how this goes.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I love her character, by the
Fett's
way.
got
I've
that
loved her
dick.
character in The Bad Batch.
What did you say?
It's because Fett's got that dick.
Oh, yeah.
It's been cloned a million times.
It's been- yeah, that's right. They got it just right.
I mean, there was a Twi'lek marriage. There was another one somewhere.
Well, they said he was unaltered clone, but come on. Really?
Come on.
Are you saying he wasn't circumcised either?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
But getting the ship back was awesome.
That was.
Because he had to go take out Jabba's guards, and it was a big ordeal because Jabba still had control of the palace when he got the ship back.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to the Sarlacc pit to see if he could find his armor.
And he went in there bare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is that's why he was bathing, right? Because he had tore himself up in that.
Even more?
Yeah, even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they.
But the Sarlacc grabbed the Slave One.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we still allowed to call it that?
Yeah, that's what it's still called. They
No,
haven't
it's
changed the
not.
name yet.
Yeah, they have.
What are they calling it now?
Boba Fett's starship. or Boba Fett spaceship. Disney changed the name.
Dumb. It's always going to be Slave One to me.
And there's no Slave Leia anymore.
Or we just don't respect Disney.
I don't. So, yeah, the Sarlacc grabbed it, and that turns into a fight, and then
that was pretty dope.
He killed the Sarlacc. I thought the Sarlacc was already dead, though. I guess I was wrong.
It's like, I mean, why? Like the burning from the inside, I thought would have killed it.
Yeah.
And then he went. So somewhere in there, the leader of Mos Espa hired thugs to kill Boba Fett's Tusken family.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought that. Oh wait.
Yeah.
And then blame it on a swooper biker gang.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then, unknowing to Boba Fett, he just murdered an entire biker gang with the with the slave one, which was awesome.
Well, you know, I was gonna say, it's not like they didn't kind of deserve
Well,
it.
hold
there.
on.
Yeah, it's like, I got some unfinished business, mate.
Did they hire the biker gang to kill him? Because maybe maybe they did kill him, but they were hired by him.
No,
to
they killed him, and then they spray painted the biker symbol.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
To make it seem
like they did it. Yeah.
I love seeing the concept art for that the end of the episode with the.
Oh yeah,
like,
all of them.
that
I
was-
love. So,
I loved it. It was great.
We need a lot more Slave One.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah, we do.
And then, so you go to 5, and this is where the entire series just takes because Dallas Bryce Howard.
Well, this is where it turns
directs this
into
one.
to Mandalorian
2.5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was awesome because you start that episode up and you're like, "Are we in a meat packing factory? What's going on?"
Yeah.
And you hear the
Yeah.
sound.
And you hear everybody go,
It's like hells yeah. And then it turns into chaos because he goes and fights this guy's got a bounty on with the Darksaber.
By the way, pretty fucking cool.
Way cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cuts him right in half. Ultra violent.
and then kind of stabs himself in the leg with it.
Yeah.
Unintentionally.
Because you find out, which is supposedly of lore, if you're not fully vested in the Darksaber, understand its meaning and everything, it fights against you.
Yeah, but you know what though? That's
And I thought it was
that
just
is
the physical
canon.
aspect
If you go
of it.
back to Rebel when Sabine had it, she had trouble, the same type of trouble that Mandalorian had. With
She
it.
wasn't fully worthy of it.
Yeah, well, yeah. So she said exactly kind of the same thing. That as I swing, the sword gets heavier.
Did Sabine die?
I don't think so. No.
I couldn't remember.
No. They
The
went to go
Rebels.
find. They went to go find Ezra.
They went to go find Ezra.
Okay.
Her
I could
and,
not remember if she
Ahsoka,
died or not.
Ahsoka. Which I'm surprised you don't see Sabine in with Ahsoka, but
Well,
she's probably tracking down Thrawn.
there's talks that she's gonna be in the Ahsoka series.
Well, yeah, because like
and they've already casted her.
Because
I
Ahsoka
thought
said
they
she's trying to.
canceled the Ahsoka series. Did they not?
No, that was
No.
the Republic
Okay.
Commandos one.
I heard there was talk about it.
Why would they cancel that? That's a lot of people want to see that.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's
they're-
all leading up to that. Or
Yeah.
everything's leading up to that.
I
No,
just
I'm just
I
saying it would be
remember-
terrible if they did.
I remember that there was a mob that was pretty mad at the what is her name? The one
The
who plays
casting?
The casting of Ahsoka, but I could be completely wrong because you hear all kinds of weird stuff on.
Because one time she said you never go ass to mouth.
Is that a thing, or
No,
like, are you being for real?
That's from Clerks 2. She was in
Clerks
that movie.
2.
Oh, you're being for real though.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And there's a funny meme going around where it's her talking to Luke, and then the last frame is, "But Luke, you never go ass to mouth." So in that 5th episode, which I thought was just amazingly and gorgeous, you find that the armorer is still alive, and so is Paz Vizsla,
That guy.
the
Fuck
heavy
that
guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Din shows them the Darksaber, and it kind of turns into a little pissing match.
We also learned that all of his brothers and sisters were killed.
Yeah.
In that battle, yeah.
In the battle. They're the only 2 left.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
It does, because I was hoping he was going to reunite, see some of them too.
And then
but he
she
didn't.
says they have to battle over the Darksaber. My first thought is, dude, there's only 3 of you people left.
Yeah, why are y'all fighting
Why
each
are
other?
you fighting each other?
Chill out. And luckily, none of them kill each other.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
stops it way ahead of time.
But
They exile him.
they exile him because he's a pagan or a what do they call apostate
Yep.
Yeah.
to their religion.
Yeah, because he took his helmet off.
Which wasn't his fault. He was gonna die.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
He didn't take it off.
A lot of people start started breaking that down with canon, and if this holds up canon, that she is forcing him to want to go back to Mandalore and find these caves to purify himself.
Yep.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But she is a zealot. If you look at her helmet, she has a Maul zealot helmet from when Darth Maul took over.
Oh, the crime syndicate? Yeah.
No, took over Mandalore.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So it's all like trying to figure out like whose side is she playing, what's going on, and is she really being genuine and trying to show him his path to become the leader of Mandalore?
Because like Death Watch after canonically,
yeah, they talked about them too.
Yeah, canonically Death Watch after the Siege of Mandalore became the representatives of the Empire on Mandalore. Like Gar Saxton, he was in Death Watch, and he was like in the Rebel series, he was head honcho representing the Mandalorians on the on Mandalore.
But in that episode, we find out that the Empire turned on Mandalore because they were becoming too powerful, and it was the Night of 1,000 Tears.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where they bombed the shit out of Mandalore and then sent the robots and probe droids to just shoot people.
Similar to what happened in Knights of the Old Republic.
And they actually showed it in that episode.
Fucking awesome.
That was awesome.
That
Did I forget that?
was amazing.
I do remember.
That was in Rebels, right?
No, that was in episode 5.
In episode
I don't remember.
5,
Oh,
when they're
yeah,
there
that's right,
talking about it.
They're showing them being bombarded by the
and then it
the
shows
Empire.
their Capitol
Who
building,
directed this episode?
and boom, Dallas Bryce Howard.
And then the next one's.
Did you notice
Dave
that
Filoni,
the
right?
droids that were on the surface were actually the same droid that was in Rogue One?
Yeah.
The good, the guy who was reprogrammed as a good.
Yeah.
It was the same droids that were walking across.
With the probe droids. So
killing
awesome.
everybody.
Yeah.
So awesome.
So, yeah, and after that, after he was exiled, Din returned to Tatooine.
Yes. Who, it's funny, he has no ship, so he has to fly commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was funny.
Oh, yeah. He's like, you have to check your weapons, sir.
He goes, I know everything
so
that's
awesome.
in here.
A Mandalorian bounty hunter has to fly commercial, and then there's a kid in the seat in front of him.
Yeah, staring at him.
Oh, yeah. It was a Rodian kid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I thought that was freaking great.
That was great.
And then he gets there and
nice little levity for such a serious situation.
Did you notice that when he gets to Tatooine, when he goes to the person who has the ship for him?
Amy Sedaris?
Yeah. Did you notice the little one of the droids was actually the one from Fallen
Yeah,
Order?
it was a BD droid, yeah.
Little BD droid. That's the one that got eaten. At first. And then it spit it back out or whatever.
Okay, we're missing something. I got to talk about it. Is anybody else oogied out by the fact that what was her name?
Amy Sedaris?
Amy Sedaris.
That's who's playing her.
Right.
I can't remember her name.
Is anybody else oogied out that she actually slept with a Jawa?
That was the funniest shit ever.
She was like, yeah.
That was unexpected.
I know how to speak this Jawa.
She just kept going, they're furry. They're really furry.
They're really furry.
Which confirms some
Which
weird
is going to open up a lot more fan art.
She said, she goes, they're really furry. With her tongue. And you're like, what?
Wow.
She did do that.
I'm surprised Disney let her get away with that.
And the other thing I like about this series is, okay, I respect the Tuscans more if you treat them like, Native Americans. But the Jawas,
just
learning more and more about the Jawas and the shit they do, and later on, there's a scene where they're stealing shit from a land speeder when Cad Bane walks by, and they're just like freaking out. And that was in the last episode, but yeah, that made me laugh.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Did you notice that when he was building the
Alex got on the
Corellian...
mic.
Oh, sorry. Did you notice that when he was building the Corellian fighter, they actually used one of the, that like long pole they had to stick in near the base of the ship?
Yes.
That was
the
actually
same one
from episode 4.
Naboo
from the garbage disposal, yeah.
What did I say?
Corellian.
Oh, shit. I did say that. Sorry, Naboo. Thank you.
Yeah, that's even more fan stuff.
I'm sorry.
It's just like...
Yeah,
awesome. But then it also, if you think about that aspect of it, it meant the Death Star was destroying a bunch of Naboo starfighters.
Yeah.
Maybe they had come across a bunch and were crushing them in the garbage disposal.
Probably just trying to destroy them.
Yeah, and with good reason too, because if you remember, whenever they got the Naboo starfighter working, and Din took it for a test run, and the two X-wing New Republic pilots stop him, ask him for his identification. and he just fucking light speeds out of there, and they're like, how do you do that? He said, well, that's an old Republic Star Cruiser. It doesn't have the same kind of light speed as
sublight speed or something like that.
Yeah, the ships nowadays.
Think about this though. Imagine Darth Vader was like, fuck those things. I destroyed a whole fucking.
Okay, so can we assume that the Mandalorian is not going to give up his ways of being a bounty hunter because he has to make money?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I just got a question. With that new ship of his, where are they going to put the bounty?
Yeah,
that was my question too. And all this is.
Yeah, I doubt there's a cargo hold.
All this ship is a money grab for a new toy, a new Lego set. That's all it is.
Yeah. Because they're already selling the Lego set.
Yeah.
He need, I think maybe it's a step up to a bigger ship that he can land in, and like a cruiser or something.
Yeah, like his Razor Crest was. Yeah.
Well, his Razor Crest wouldn't be able to fit that fighter inside of it, but
no.
I think maybe something a little bit bigger, something like maybe Han Solo had in episode 7.
How about this?
No.
They take over. In the end of season 2, they were in what's his name ship,
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon's ship.
Yeah.
Who's flying that around?
Ooh.
I don't know. It was probably seized by the New Republic,
or it could be Bo-Katan.
After they captured
Bo-Katan could.
Bo-Katan
could have taken over. But I was gonna say that could be a new little base for all these ships to hang out in.
Could be.
Yeah. And as soon as I saw that little bubble in the back, I knew exactly what that was for.
Yep.
Popcorn.
For Grogu.
Popcorn,
Yeah, for real.
exactly. That's for Boggle. You put a dice in there and push it.
And that episode ended with him landing and Fennec Shand saying, "Hey, we want to hire you," and he throws the money back. "No, it's on me, but I gotta go visit a friend."
Yep.
Now, I didn't realize the next episode was gonna be. I figured that was lead into the next season of The Mandalorian,
right?
And then
we could
drag out Boba Fett a little more because that episode had no Boba Fett in it.
Yeah.
Until the very end. No.
Nope.
Not even at the end. That's right. It was Fennec Shand at the very end. Yeah.
The next episode, it wasn't until the very end that he decided to show up in his own show.
Are we not going to talk about the fact, like, it kind of pissed me off that she melted down the Beskar, the armor melted down the Beskar steel to make, like, this itty bitty chainmail. And I was like, what the fuck did you do with the rest of it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a good point.
Like,
maybe they spread the wealth. That's kind of what they did with the original. After they made his armor, they shared the wealth.
Yeah, didn't he have to give them a little bit of his XR in order to get the armor made? So maybe that's what it was. But that little shirt, come on.
I was like,
come on, chainmail for the little Yoda guy.
That's so cute.
It's kind of awesome.
Well, that's the purpose. It's supposed to be cute. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll stop a knife, I guess.
Costumes for Halloween.
So as giddy as I was about that episode 6 made my pants fly off.
Yeah.
Which was the finale. Yeah.
Nope.
That was the one by Dave Filoni, right?
That's right. 7 was.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah. 7 was the last one.
Okay.
Does anybody else? I mean, I was kind of geeking out over the technology, but it was really kind of surreal seeing 100% CGI Luke Skywalker.
Can we get to that in a second?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because we had the return of Cobb
Vanth.
Cobb Vanth.
Yeah. You're right.
Timothy Oliphant's character.
I love that guy.
I love him too.
He's an elephant?
Oliphant.
Do we think he's really dead? Is he really dead?
He's not.
No.
He's
I didn't think
in the
so.
Bacta tank at the end of.
Yeah.
Did you watch the end of episode 7?
No, I guess we didn't watch the
I thought we
end.
did.
Oh, I didn't see
Was
him
there a
in it.
post-credits scene?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know there was one.
So
His
when-
deputy is definitely dead.
Yeah. I saw. Okay. Also, I knew he wouldn't die because I saw the way the bullet hit him right
It hit him in the
I
shoulder.
didn't think he died.
And Cad doesn't miss, or Cad Bane doesn't miss, because there's a whole history with that.
Yeah.
Which I want to get into, but the return of Cobb was kind of badass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like seeing. I loved his character.
He was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, and he shoots those Spice guys. I'm like, all right, here we go. And then the next scene right after that was Din flying into whatever planet Luke's on.
Yeah.
Because they don't say what planet it is.
Yeah, I don't. If they mention it, I don't remember.
I kind of wonder if it was. I can't remember the name of the planet. The same one Yoda was on for a while.
Dagobah? No.
Dagobah.
Oh no.
That was a swamp planet.
Well,
and
what
even the rundown here just says it's a forested world.
Isn't it the same planet? Well, I mean, if you think about where the school was, where you had all the kids, and
It is, because that's what they're building.
So what planet did they call it in the movie?
They didn't.
They didn't.
Oh.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he lands, and he's making his way. Or R2-D2's there waiting for him. Badass.
Yes.
Yep.
Leads him on this trail, and you get to see the Jedi Temple being built by all these like ant droids.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
Crazy.
Pants off.
Yeah.
Flew across the room.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
That was goody, but you did notice that R2-D2 shut down, kind of like he did.
Yeah.
In episode 7, where they couldn't get him to come back on. He never kind of did that before. He didn't just kind of shut down. He always stayed.
There's a lot of talk about that, like just because he's getting old.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of
the
wondering.
age is getting there and causing issues. But then, so God, there was so much. After that, you cut to a scene of Luke with Grogu, and like you said, CGI was badass. The face, well, I heard you say this last week. There were actually 2 actors that played him.
Yeah, Mark Hamill and then another guy.
No, Mark Hamill and 2 other people played him on stage. There was someone physically walking around and doing the stunts.
Well, the reports I read showed that they weren't doing the deep fake on it. That it was actually 100% CGI, kind of like they did Tarkin.
Well, he didn't do any stunts in the Boba Fett, but he
talking
did
about
on
just the face?
Mandalorian.
No, I'm talking about the entire. Even
the entire character. There were 2 people on set.
The other thing that I read said that his voice was actually taken from clips from his speeches done in the 80s.
Yeah.
Now that is a little hit or miss, the factuality behind that. But he had a guy named Graham Hamilton be his regular stand-in, and then when it became to the stunt scenes where he's running around with Grogu in a backpack, that was Scott Lang.
Oh yeah, he did do that. I forgot. I will say.
So was it like in the action scenes he was doing that, but when he was standing, talking, and not moving around a lot, it was just CGI?
The only CGI was the face, was the deep fake. And you know why that looks so good, don't you?
Why?
ILM went and basically bought the guy that's been doing all these hardcore deep fakes. That's like the biggest professional in it, and making like all those porn ones, and make all those ones with the president saying all sorts of weird stuff. They went and hired him.
Wow.
Put him to use doing some good things instead of all the weird shit he's been doing.
So, and that was after the Luke scene in Mandalorian, because there was so many complaints about it, and they've gotten complaints about the Leia and the
Well, I know his
Moff
hair.
Tarkin.
His hair wasn't quite right in the last season. That's something I always noticed. But this time, the only thing that didn't look quite right was his side profile. When he would go to a side profile, it would look a little weird. But
His hips
straight on,
The guy's
holy
built
crap.
a little different too.
The
guy
hips were a
that
little
actually
weird.
walked him.
Where when he was sitting down
That's
cross-legged,
what you
his
look
hips.
at is the hip.
Yes, I did. You got a problem with it?
I was just looking at his peen, but I couldn't stop him.
His peenie?
I was like, stop.
He was like, stop.
I was like, Dad, I can't.
But the voice thing, you're right. They synthesized old audio, and Mark Hamill actually recorded a few lines of stuff they needed specifically, and they had to synthesize that to make it sound like he was younger.
Right.
And it all seemed to work. But if you notice, a lot of his speaking parts, it's either his back to the camera or a leg shot of Grogu, or it's off shots.
Yeah, not as much of a direct
Not
face.
as much of a direct face to try to sync lips and everything up.
Right.
But when the ones that are on.
Yeah.
Now, the scene after you first see Grogu and Luke is where Ahsoka shows up with Din.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cool to see her again.
And the first thing she says is, "I'm an old friend of the family."
Which I was like, oh, fuck yes.
Hairs.
Which tells me
straight up.
Yeah, which
Mine.
tells me that she actually, which obviously she and Luke revealed to each other that, that she used to fight alongside his dad.
Well, I mean, I don't think she'd have to reveal it. I think he would be able to feel it.
Well, either way, yeah.
She even says later on when she's talking to Luke,
like your father.
"You're a lot like your father."
Yeah.
That was the best line.
Another. I was like,
I got chills when she said that because I was like,
I got chills right now.
How does he feel? Like,
Because she's at least 10 years older than him. Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a fan's wet dream right there. Ahsoka and Luke on screen together.
14 years older than him, yeah.
I mean, how do you think he
14,
felt
15.
hearing that, though? Because she knew Anakin just like... I know she knew him for a long time, but she knew him right up until he turned.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of... I don't know. Is that kind of foreshadowing and kind of like the what happened to him?
Foreshadowing, I see what you did there.
I didn't say foreshadowing, but that
That's
was
funny.
That's funny. It's kind of foreshadowing to what happened in 7, 8, and 9, where you kind of just left the Force. I don't know. That was.
I'm sure they had deep conversations about it that we just don't.
Oh, I need
that we don't know about. Yeah.
To,
I don't know. That just made my pee-pee so excited. So
it's a big pee-pee so excited.
What's kind of weird is, and this is where a lot of people start falling apart and start bitching about things, is Ahsoka tells Din that it's not good that he's there.
Yeah.
That it will screw up Grogu's training, whatever, and he agrees, but wants her to deliver the chain mail that was made to Grogu. And as the episode goes on, you find out that, you know, Ahsoka gives it to Luke before she leaves, because even Luke says, "Will I see you again?" There's maybe, we'll see.
Yeah, I remember
type
that
thing. And then Luke makes Grogu have to make a choice.
Mm-hmm. Right, between his lightsaber and the chainmail. Yeah.
Between Yoda's old lightsaber, which is weird, because Yoda's unless Yoda had multiple, he lost his lightsaber with his fight with Darth
Palpatine.
Sidious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his lightsaber there. It got knocked away or whatever.
Yeah, and it fell down a pit. Yeah.
So, did he have multiples? Where did this lightsaber
Well, Luke
come from? How
Skywalker
did
kind of
Luke
had
get it?
multiples. I mean, I can see him probably fashioning another one together.
Well, a lot of people bitched about that, and that's how I am. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but he probably had multiples. They all.
I mean, you can't tell me that those aren't, you know. I mean, I hear that. I get that they're kind of sacred, but they got to be kind of hard to lose, easy to lose when you're jumping from, you know, flying ship to flying ship and fighting other Sith. It gets knocked out of your hand.
In the Clone Wars, wasn't that the joke? Ahsoka always made it. Anakin he was always forgetting or losing or dropping his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Which kind of leads into, okay, well, this was my father's saber. He probably had 500 of them around that
True.
dropped somewhere.
But a lot of people are bitching about the choice that Luke has changed in his teaching and his ways, and he's.
Well, I mean,
this is someone telling Grogu he needs to make this choice, and it will lead him down this path, and that will, you know, ultimately be if he becomes a Jedi or not. Which is, didn't Luke run away from all his training?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
multiple times.
Well, just another thing to think about. I mean, logically, if you are force sensitive and you can read the feelings of other people that are force sensitive, I would think that Luke would have some of the insight that, you know, Grogu is actually conflicted about being there versus being with the Mandalorian, and as long as he had that in his head, I don't think that he would ever have given himself completely to the Jedi way. And so Luke probably was like, you know, let's let him go be with the Mandalorian, and if he doesn't come back, it's just not meant to be, you know.
That's how I saw it.
Grogu could always become
being a shadow of what Luke did.
Right. Yeah, because only a Sith deals in absolutes, so I don't really think that was an absolute.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You see,
it's if there's an absolute pick.
Grogu could essentially become a gray Jedi like Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, that was another thing, is like the way Ahsoka believes is kind of in the middle of everything, because, you know, she turned the Jedi Council and everything behind her, and the way of being a Jedi, and became a gray Jedi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people were bitching about that, but I was like, I think this is a test, and I think in Mandalorian episode 2 or 3 we'll see that it was all a test.
Yeah, I think there'll probably be some.
season 3, yeah.
There might be some conflict in beliefs between the Mandalorian and Grogu at some point, and then Grogu will probably have to make a choice, you know, whether to keep following the Mandalorian way or go the Jedi way. And I think that's That's gonna be a great plot point. Something for them to follow.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then there was a talking point about him being Grogu being a Padawan or a foundling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can he be both?
Why not?
There was a Jedi Mandalorian.
Yeah, there was.
There was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with
Can
it.
you see him passing the dark saber to Grogu?
Yeah.
Ooh, now you're talking.
That's a good
Now
theory.
you're talking. And I gotta bring this up because it made my pants fly off again.
How many times did you put your pants goddamn back on?
Like 6 times in this episode. The Grogu flashback of seeing Order 66.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And killing.
And yeah, it was all in slow mo, and those 3 Jedi just getting shot and killed.
That's the first live action you've seen of that.
Oh
Everything
yeah, that's
else has
true.
been cartoon.
You're right.
Yeah.
And it was epic.
Yeah.
It was good.
Amazeballs.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
That
Nobody did it
short
better.
little scene meant so much that he's just sitting there witnessing Order 66 go down.
Yeah, I'd love to know what he was thinking.
Yeah.
I know you got to see it and you got to see what was going on, but what was Grogu thinking? Was he sad? Was he
scared?
Scared?
Because you see it in
I can't watch
Revenge of
anymore.
the Sith. That was live action, but you're not in the temple. It was all just real quick. Anakin going and killing all the younglings and everything.
I can
but
totally
actually seeing.
I can totally see them going to that temple.
Going in there.
Yeah.
Sieging the temple. I don't know. It was great. And
because that would probably tell you where he came from. That temple would probably have the records.
Mm-hmm.
So then Din goes back to Tatooine, and he meets with Boba Fett and Fennec Shand, and they say they need help. So he flies out to now called Freedom Town.
Yeah, Freetown. Yeah,
or Freetown.
Yeah.
So goddamn American. I'm gonna name this place Freetown. Woo!
Next thing you know, you see a line of truckers just pull right up.
But he goes out there to see Cobb Vanth and tries to tell him.
Yeah, tries to recruit him. Yeah,
recruit him and the city people. They need their help.
Hey, did anybody else, as soon as that young whippersnapper came out and started talking shit to the Mandalorian thing?
Oh, the deputy?
I was like, red shirt.
I was like, that dude is dead.
Yeah, I saw it. He was like, oh, we got this. And
You
he's like,
can't park that there. It's a fucking desert.
You don't even have a name tag. You have no chance.
He goes, will to Finn. No, you're going to be dead in the next 10 minutes. I promise you.
Yeah, totally. I was just like, who is this kid and what the hell?
He won a contest.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Either that or there wasn't any competition.
He was like the Daniel's Crush Cup competition winner.
So after Din left,
Producer's nephew.
this mirage on the horizon, you kind of see a shape. And
I called it like when we were watching it. I was like, that's fucking him.
Cobb Vanth told everybody to go inside, and
How many times has Cad Bane died?
you just see him coming, and that hat.
I was like, fucking Cad Bane.
Freaked out.
The first time that he's ever made an appearance in a live action show,
and he looked amazing.
He did.
He looked amazing.
I love
awesome.
I love that the actor the whole time who was actually had the makeup on. He had this face on this whole time. He's like. The whole time.
Yep, and it's the same voice actor as his previous portrayals in both the Clone Wars, and Rebels, and the Bad Batch.
Yeah,
Wait, he wasn't in Rebels.
I thought he was.
Yeah, there is a fight scene in Rebels with them
with Cad Bane. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I
have to look that up. I don't remember that one either.
I swear he's in it for like 1 or 2 episodes. The whole at that time Bounty Hunter Guild is because you have young Boba Fett dealing with them.
You might be right. It's been a really long time since I've seen the earlier episodes of Rebels, but
so anyway, yes, the first live action Cad Bane.
Oh, that was amazing.
Creepy, evil, that voice.
So sultry. I was like, oh.
Yeah. And then just blasting away. Kills that deputy with 5 shots and then hits and Cobb with that one on the shoulder.
Yeah, and before that, though, he gave him one chance to accept his bribe to stay out of the battle that was going to be between the people of Mos Espa and the Pike Syndicate.
So that's why I think he didn't kill Cobb. he hit him. He obviously hit him in the shoulder. You
Yeah.
can see it. He hits him in the shoulder. But the deputy's the one who pulled on him and thought he could take him down, and he shot. Just ripped that deputy apart. So I don't know. That was awesome. And then we get.
Well, he's going to get the same treatment as what's her name? Because in the end, the ending scene, Cod's in the tank, and the dude who did the robotics for what's her name? What is her name?
Thundercat.
Yeah, Thundercat. But
yeah.
Wait. Who
Fennec Shand?
Fennec Shand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ming Na Wen's character.
He's standing right there next to him.
Yeah,
so.
Thundercat lights up. Since y'all didn't see the postscript, but he lights up the little scalpel and is looking at Cobb in the Bacta tank.
But see, I didn't know he got hit in the shoulder. I thought he got hit in the side, but.
Well, and there's even someone says, get a stim kit or get a something kit for him.
Yeah, because I thought he grabbed the side right here, but I don't think I really paid much attention to it, to be honest.
So then you have episode 7, or the end of that episode actually finishes with the nightclub being blown up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the next final episode opens with them in the nightclub after it's blown up. Boba Fett, Fennec Shand, Din, and that stupid
biker gang. Yeah.
The mods, but then that stupid Twilight dude.
Oh yeah, the mayor's.
The mayor's
assistant. Yeah.
And I don't know. They're just talking about where they're going to fortify when the fight finally comes, and they choose there. But
the fight comes to them. Yeah.
Yeah, the fight comes to them, and then the next scene is an X-wing flying over Tatooine.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome, and you knew exactly who it was because you saw R2-D2 in the top.
Yeah.
So.
You see R2, so you're like, all right, is Luke coming back to Tatooine?
You know what?
Yeah,
I was
a
little disappointed when I saw it land and no Luke Skywalker in there.
I can't
Grogu.
Yeah, I can't picture them actually purposely making them see cross paths.
Yeah,
again.
Boba Fett and Luke Skywalker crossing paths after he almost killed him in the Sarlacc pit. That would have been.
They just keep barely missing each other.
Yeah.
But Grogu comes in, is sitting there, and there's a whole scene about that with Amy Sedaris. What do y'all think about her?
I like her.
I think she's quirky.
I think she's levity where there needs to be levity.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't overuse her character. Yeah.
There's been a lot of people, and I got in this conversation yesterday that just bitch about her. Say she's terrible.
Why?
She's the worst character. She's worse than Jar Jar.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, no, you're gonna have people like that in the galaxy that are quirky and weird. You gotta portray them. Not everybody's.
I'm not saying she deserves her own show,
badass.
but
No.
As far as a companion for the Mandalorian, or not a companion, but a
go-to every once in a while.
A mechanic. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it if he ended up with one of those ships. If he picked her up and put her on there as a regular.
I mean, another thing is it brings out another version of of the character that you're following in the show, like, a different personality type that you don't see all the time because they're fighting, or, something or other. But then you get this little bit of
people.
Yeah.
You need somebody. Exactly. You need somebody like, for instance, Mandalorian is dry. He is completely dry.
Yeah.
He has some funny moments, but he's dry.
Yeah.
She kind of brings some life to the Mandalorian. It kind of brings out his other side.
That was like Bill Burr's character.
Yeah.
That was another good one.
I liked his character too.
Yeah.
But you don't need Rose Tico or whatever her name is.
Oh.
Was that her name?
Yeah. What was her? Yeah, Kelly Marie Tran. Yeah, who played her?
Her stupid character.
Yeah. Who is she? Do you remember?
She was in episode 8.
Yeah. The Last Jedi.
Oh God.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
I didn't. I was
the one that worked on the ship.
I wasn't. I was thinking Mandalorian. I was like,
no.
Yeah, the one that took him off to the woke gambling place and set the people
He was like, "You're
free.
running away." He's like, "Yeah, I'm fucking running away. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, it's found out Bane approaches Fett
Yeah, at the destroyed nightclub.
At the destroyed nightclub, and
I like this interaction they had actually.
Oh yeah,
they
it was
do.
dope.
Now, if you know their history, it's even better because Bane,
which I don't.
It's so good. It's so good.
Bane taught Fett how the entire underworld, criminal underworld.
Oh, okay.
Fett was Bane's apprentice.
When did you start watching Clone Wars with me? Season 3 or 4, right?
Yeah,
around there.
But I had already seen season 1 and 2 from years and years when it first came out.
Yeah.
But in the Clone Wars, Bane started abandoning Fett and framing him for stuff.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's just a not good dude.
He turned his back completely on him, and there is an uncut scene which has been made canon, or it was unfinished scene.
Yeah, I actually was just about to look at that.
And it's where Bane and Boba Fett are in a standoff. They're in a shootout, and they both draw and they shoot each other at the same time. Well, that's how Boba Fett got the dent in his helmet.
Oh.
Because Bane uses overpowered weapons, and it dented the Beskar helmet. And Boba Fett hit Bane in the head and blew his hat off. And
that's why
Bane ended up needing to have brain damage, or he had brain damage because he had a metal plate put in his head.
Oh shit!
Which you see at the end of episode 7 when they get in their fight. He's got the metal plate on there to
I never noticed that. Yeah.
So yeah, they have long history that goes all through the Clone Wars and Rebels, of them dicking each other over.
But it seemed like they were almost. Cad Bane was like giving him so many choices and chances to
back out or
Well,
go along with them.
What was the point of telling him what really happened to his people? It was almost like he wanted Boba Fett to win.
I think so. Or he wanted to let him know this is really what happened.
Yeah.
Which is that just would make Boba Fett mad and turn on the Pikes and want to kill him.
Right. So
anyway,
it was counterintuitive to what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I don't know where all
I see that
fit
too.
in.
There must be some underlying thing that was supposed to happen that he started the wheels turning on that by telling him that.
Well, we can jump ahead because they end up getting into a duel again.
Oh yeah.
Well, before we jump ahead, I just want to. Is anybody else sad that the pig guys died?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh yeah, the Gamorreans.
The Gamorreans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whenever all
the guards.
Yeah, whenever the ambushes began.
They were the original ones from Jabba the Hutt's period.
I was like, you gotta save those guys. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we can continue down the path of how things happen in chronological order. So they're all waiting for these the spy syndicate to show up and start fighting, and they kind of ambush them and kill the guards.
Some of the people turned on him too.
And some of the people of the city that are supposed to remain peaceful turned, and because it was the Pikes that killed Gamorrean guards, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
And then the Trandoshians attacked
Kursatan. Yeah.
Kursatan.
Kursatan.
The Wookiee.
The Wookiee.
Kursatan, yeah.
Who lived through it.
Yeah. But
I thought he was
ridiculous.
I thought he was going to be at least incapacitated.
I thought he was going to be dead after how many blasters.
Yeah, he had so many wounds you could see all over.
Yeah.
He was like at 6.
You know, it's always been lore that the Wookiee hide is a lot, thicker than
human skin. Yeah.
But there has to be a point where you're like, come on, they shot that guy 15 times. He's not that tough.
He's just a badass.
He was a badass.
So all hell breaks loose. That's basically when war starts, right? And these fights break out. These scorpion droids show up.
Oh my god.
Which are weird.
Yeah, I kind of expected someone to come in and just save them, and I'm really kind of glad nobody did.
I was expecting the X-wing to just drive by and just bomb it.
Something did, but it wasn't a someone.
Well, it was a someone writing that something.
Yes.
Well, what did you think about the whole Sundance Kid spin around move that Din and Boba Fett did? and how they were just badass.
Oh yeah, just
they jet
shooting back to back. Yeah,
They start taking everybody out, and then they go back. They land, no cover, and then they start spinning around, shooting everybody.
That was fucking badass.
That was.
But then they're outnumbered, and everybody starts shooting them and hitting their armor and shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about that.
That was a little.
It was badass.
There was
but
a lot of
like,
foreshadowing. I thought one of them was going to die.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of talk of them dying.
Yeah.
Or this is
them saying
we're outnumbered, but this is just what we do. We're gonna fight.
With you saying that, I kind of watched it the first. Somebody had told me that the chase scenes were really bad in this episode, and I kind of went into it. I kind of went into it with the mindset of it can't really be that bad, And I watched it and I thought, oh, it's not that bad. But then it's one of those things that kind of sits in. You're watching, and you're going, okay,
Richard Rodriguez.
This wasn't that great, but this part was good, but this part wasn't that great.
Richard Rodriguez is good with vampires.
Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez. Sorry, Robert Rodriguez is good.
Yeah,
with
from
vampires.
Dusk Till Dawn.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't like what he does. There's something weird about it, and him having control of 3 episodes of this is really a pisser.
Yeah.
To me.
Wait, what was the first? He had episode 1, 3, and 7.
Yeah, 1 through 7.
Well, 1 was pretty good.
1 was pretty good. Yeah.
But there was no chase scenes.
There was no chase scenes.
Yeah.
It was just dialogue.
Pretty easy. And okay, so they get into this huge fight, and there's all sorts of shit happening. There's these 2 droids running around. Then this rickshaw shows up with Amy Sedaris in it,
which I thought was
being pulled by a droid of all things.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense technology wise.
Let me ask you this: you got this child in your car. Do you drive towards the gunshots?
Well, yeah, you had to find Din.
Yeah, but I just don't understand the logic behind it. Why would you take that rickshaw right in the middle of a battle and then act like, oh my God, everybody's fighting?
Oh my God, everybody's fighting.
And so Din's there, and just hops on the rickshaw, and she just says, "Hey, there's someone here to see you," or "I brought someone to you," but they never reveal who it is until I don't know, 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
And it's Grogu, and then it turns into this whole.
Oh my God! What the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
With hugging and all this stuff, and I don't know.
My first thought would have been, and you brought him here?
I know.
That's what I would have done.
Didn't he actually say that though?
And he says, "What is he doing here? Why are y'all here?" I rewatched it right before I came over.
She couldn't come in an aircraft of some type. I mean, doesn't she repair those things?
What did R2 just bolt?
Yeah, it must have.
Here's a kid later.
Gotta get
must
back.
have.
You can take care of yourself.
Gotta go buy cigarettes later. Here's the kids. Yeah, it was kind of crazy, and they were getting overran. And Boba Fett says, "Hey, can you keep him occupied for a few minutes? I'm gonna go get help."
Yeah.
And he comes back with the Rancor.
Yeah.
That he was gifted.
Yes.
I knew what he was doing. I was like,
he's imprinted on, and I kept waiting. When is this gonna happen? And I was with you when he flew off. I was like, he's going to get the Rancor.
Yep.
And he used it to destroy both those spider droids.
Just rip them to shreds.
But then he got knocked off, and it went apeshit on the city.
Dad and I were just like, they're gonna fucking kill the Rancor. They're gonna fucking kill the Rancor.
I like they're all shooting at it, and then everybody's like, no, don't shoot at it, don't shoot at it. And then Din hopped up on it and immediately got thrown off and then smashed through a building.
Yeah.
And
you
then
felt that one later.
I knew what was going to happen. As soon as he started going apeshit, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, that Grogu was going to take control of it. And
I even told him, I said, Grogu.
Soothe the savage beast.
And then they fall asleep.
And then they cuddle.
That was so cute.
Yeah. I saw some memes of that the next day, too.
So watching it again today, it made me think, and thinking back through all of Mandalorian and everything. You think Grogu's force sensitivity is with animals?
Could be.
Could be.
It could be, yeah.
That's
Because
what he's into.
Weren't there also some allusions to that in the Mandalorian seasons?
Of course, yeah. With the frog ladies.
Yeah, the frogs. Yeah.
No, the second.
Yeah, the second episode where like
the
Grogu
Mudhorn.
just like.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah,
I wouldn't use the frog lady. He ate most of those.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I know, but he was playing with them too, and was able to manipulate
the ice
them.
creatures, the ice spiders.
Yeah.
The one thing I want to say though, they actually made that canon. In,
Alex, get up on the mic.
Sorry, god dang. They made it canon in Clone Wars that like Jedis have to go through a trial where they, can calm beasts with the Force. They did it on the episode where Anakin got stranded on Ryloth with Ahsoka and Aayla Secura.
Well, I also thought like it's lore that some people are more force sensitive in that way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Controlling beasts, controlling animals, like the witches on Dathmore could ride rancors because they were force sensitive.
And that was badass. They mentioned that, because I forget on Dathomir and Jedi Fallen Order, you do fight rancors.
Yeah.
Well, if you remember the planet on Rebels, there was the Force Beast that was there. Do you remember the Force Beast's name?
Oh, something was silly. He looked like a freaking. He looked like the Minotaur from Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yeah, he kind of looked like a Minotaur.
Yeah.
But he taught, what's his name, the blind one?
Kanan Jarrus.
Kanan Jarrus.
And also Ezra used the Force with the Lothian wolf.
And then opposite of that, Thrawn has those wolf-looking things that are in his ship that take force powers away, or you can't use force powers when you're around those animals.
I would love to see that Minotaur-looking creature come back into canon, maybe in something like Mandalorian. Or
He got angry in that show, though.
Yeah, he did get angry.
Well, wouldn't it be canon if it was in Clone Wars and Rebels?
Oh, it is canon.
Yeah.
I just meant like him come back into the show, come back in some form in some show somewhere, because
Like
I really liked his
on
character.
The Mandalorian, like
There's-
in
Because
live action.
He was a balanced Force user, right? And he taught, the kind of the gray area. It'd be kind of cool if he was the mentor to Grogu instead of, something like Ahsoka.
And then you have the showdown between Bane and Boba Fett, in which Bane gets the best of Boba Fett and shoots him twice in the armor, which didn't dent for some reason. Kind of pissed me off.
I never noticed that.
Let's add more dents. You put a dent in his helmet. Come on. Put dent in the chest armor. And is about to... And he even says, I'm going to teach you one more thing. Or this will be the final thing I teach you, as he's holding the gun to his head, Which harkens back to being his apprentice, younger. And this is where the Tusken Raider... all that backstory comes to life with that staff, and whips the shit out of him and stabs Cad right in the
Do you
heart.
know what's significant about the move he pulled on Cad Bane?
What's that?
He had difficulty pulling that move when he was in with the Sand People, but he apparently has perfected it for that one
Well,
move.
didn't he? The guy that was like the badass warrior that was training him for the Sand People.
I thought that was a woman. Was that not a woman?
Was it a woman? I don't know.
They were in all black though.
Whatever the.
Like that's what they.
Racist.
No, they were wearing.
Bendu.
The robes, come on, man.
Huh?
Bendu is the guy.
Okay.
So, was it a girl?
I don't
know. But anyway, either way, whoever was training him, that warrior, he finally pulled it off once, right? In one of the flashbacks, like they kept doing all this training, and finally, he pulled that move off, the same one he used on Cad.
That was so badass.
It was. That was a cool semi-ending.
And you didn't see it coming. That's what was great about it.
And that was once again, I thought, okay, we're gonna see one of them die, and this will be it. And then so there will be no more Book of Boba Fett. We'll just move on Mandalorian wise. But
well, there was one other scene though after that. Whenever Fennec Shand went back to Mos Eisley, because that's where the mayor was hiding out with the Pike Syndicate leaders, she just fucking dropped in from the roof. Just
she's badass.
Yeah,
she's always been.
Actually, one of them. No, she hung the mayor and shot everybody else. Yeah.
You see someone hanging in a Star Wars show. It's kind of hardcore.
Yeah.
Being hung. Of course, the very first scene in Mandalorian, you see someone get split in half by a door.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right.
So, that cantina scene. And that was Grogu and Din fly off in that starship. Who knows where they're going?
Mm-hmm.
And then Boba Fett and Fennec Shand are just talking afterwards, and they're actually questioning whether or not they still want to be Daimo and I guess Vice Daimo.
Well, because everybody's bowing to him and waving to him. And he smarts off is like, why is everybody waving with their right arm? Because of his arm getting shot.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And go back to Cad. I was trying to figure out what his chest thing was. There's one red light blinking after he stabs him in the heart or in the chest or whatever.
Well, it could be like Vader's, and it could just be like a life support.
Either that or he's gonna be
still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
He comes back?
Yeah, because I don't think that's how he dies. It isn't how he dies normally, right?
Well, he was supposed to be dead when he was shot in the head.
Yeah.
And then he came back with a
He was
metal
also
plate.
supposed to be dead 2 or 3 other
Did he have those
times.
tubes coming out of his head before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In the beginning,
out
he
of his
did?
cheeks,
In
yeah.
the very first appearance of him.
Like
I can't remember if that
overall,
was
how
part of
is
the
he
death.
supposed to die?
Who knows?
Okay.
He's always had it.
He's always had those. Yeah.
Okay.
He just didn't have the metal plate.
Well, I mean, the newer episodes, he shouldn't even be alive. Like of the movies, not the TV, not the.
Who says?
Well, you don't know that.
Well, that's what I'm
sound like they
asking.
show a whole
None
lot
of that.
None of that's ever
focusing around Skywalker.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
doesn't have anything to do with this side.
Yeah, but I mean, they have books that are in between that explain a lot of different things, and in another book, none of the books they ever talk about it.
Well, I haven't read all the
I haven't
books,
read
so I don't
them, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I haven't either.
There's a comic out called shit. It has to do with the Crimson Dawn, and it has to deal with Queeray from Solo, how she's the leader of it, and I don't know if it ties into all that.
Is that post Maul or?
It's brand new.
Yeah,
so
that-
I don't know where it fits.
Amelia
but
Clark's character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Kira.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Kira,
should
whatever.
count comics
What did I
as
say?
canon.
Queera?
because
No.
Yeah.
Queeray is what you said.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Kira.
It's hard to count comics as canon since they just ignore all the other comics.
No, they're all anything that has come out since Disney is 100% canon.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, pre-Disney, there was a bunch of comics that came out
'Cause
that were badass that just got shit
Shelved.
canned.
Yeah, pre-Disney, but everything's come out since Disney that Marvel has done with Star Wars is 100% canon, feeds into everything.
Okay.
And there's supposed to be like a whole Bane backstory that leads up to this, like where he's been and what's going on and how he got.
Oh, that's
involved with
badass. I'd
Signet
read
and
that.
everything.
Yeah, I'd read that too.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, and anyway, that new whatever it is, I have to look and see what it is. They're wondering if that will kind of fade into what's going on. I think I had the link, but overall, what did y'all think?
I
give it a B plus. I didn't like it as much as The Mandalorian, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
I will say this. I think that it has enormous potential in its sequels. I think it falls...
Crimson Reign.
I think it falls into that category of the first entire season was kind of like back filler. You had to kind of get a picture of what's happened in the past to understand what's going to happen in the future. So I think that it could expand and it could be something really good.
Yeah.
As long as, they keep in this direction. But some parts were a little slow. Some parts weren't polished. I mean, after you watch The Mandalorian, which I found to be really good, it's kind of hard to say that this was as good as The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I don't think you can compare the two. I think that just my personal opinion is that I sat down and I watched this whole season, and I would be interested in watching another season and to see what would happen.
I think it was a bunch of disorganized crap.
You do.
Honestly.
Damn, sorry.
These are characters I love, and a lot of people bitch about, you're making Boba Fett look like a wuss or whatever. Well, you're basing that off a character that had 3 lines in one movie and was killed.
And they talked they talked him the
30
fuck
minutes
up.
into the other. You don't really know anything about him unless, and I'm talking about average viewer, not talking about Clone Wars, watching him being a kid and all this and growing up and through the cartoons and stuff. There's a lot of people bitching about that, and that he's an old man and he's not fighting like he was. Well, I was like, season 2 of The Mandalorian, he was a badass.
Mm-hmm.
He was fighting all sorts of shit and going nuts.
Yeah.
He was. He is old. You're seeing him have to still go to a Bacta tank and
Heal himself,
regenerate
yeah.
himself and heal himself, and he's an old clone.
Yeah.
And I think technically, and everybody's like, well, the Mandalorian's Din is so much of a better character, and he's so much more of a badass because he's a true Mandalorian.
Right.
Boba Fett, Lucas fucked up and made him a clone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for some reason. But I think there was a lot of disorganized going into this, and there was a lot of stuff they needed to do in order for the Mandalorian to flow into season 3. I really wish this was built out more, and this war with a hardcore syndicate, which let's just say they're a cartel, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That has a shit ton of money, is running spice everywhere.
Yeah.
Drugs. That fight was stupid.
Yeah.
And it was also very short. Very
And Tatooine's a planet, and there's multiple cities.
Yeah.
And this could have been a way bigger thing that could have been built out. And you still could have tied in Mandalorian stuff through certain scenes, but not do a full episode without Boba Fett.
And even in the Bad Batch, when they were dealing with them and the spice and all that, they seemed scarier in the cartoon than they did in...
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, they were brutal.
Yeah.
They're a cartel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have seen this going in the way of, say, like, you know, you have Boba Fett running the Empire trying to grab her hands around it, but it kind of play out a lot like Game of Thrones, you know, where you have drama and plot twists and character deaths.
Nudity.
Well, you're not going to see that on any Disney series.
So what about, like, y'all ever watch Narcos?
No. Pedro Pascal was on that show too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Is he the main
coincidentally
character?
enough, yeah, in one of the seasons, or 3 of the seasons. You could build it out like that. That this spy syndicate, whatever, is hardcore, brutal. You can make things brutal. You can make things dark.
Yeah.
And Disney has allowed shit to get dark.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, was that... I mean,
well,
I know they own Fox now.
They own Fox.
Yeah.
But wasn't the first one before they closed on Fox?
I think it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, 2016.
Well, then you got 2.
Yeah, but they're still distributing the movie. So it's
Well, they
dark.
made a shit ton of money on 1, which is probably why they allowed 2 to happen.
Yeah.
But you've got other Marvel stuff that is dark
Yeah.
and evil and heavy.
Yeah, Blade,
And
Punisher.
Just because it has the Star Wars name on it doesn't mean it needs to be made for kids.
Exactly.
I agree.
It doesn't need to, and let's face it, kids aren't watching this. They're not into this. This is for
The fans, yeah.
our age.
Yeah.
So, like you said at the beginning, this could have been a Breaking Bad type thing. This could have been a Narcos type thing. And it should have been more focused to where, now, the only loose end that's really open is where the fuck are Din and Grogu going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Technically, Boba Fett and Fennec Shan run Tatooine.
Yeah.
Neat.
Happily ever after.
Dad brought that point up when we were watching it, when he first got introduced to episode 5. He goes, so what is Din doing now? What is his goal?
We don't know.
Exactly. Well, we know his goal is to go to the Mandalore. But like,
to redeem himself.
after that, what is he doing?
Well,
he doesn't have a main goal in mind.
The reason he killed that bounty he was on and turned it into those people in that tower in whatever that Halo ring was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We said the same thing.
I was like, God dang, I didn't know Halo was in there.
Yeah.
I didn't either. So we're in
that was.
It was a giant
that's
Halo
why it's so
ring.
exciting. Like, what the fuck? When did this turn into Halo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see Master Chief not too long.
We have ET crossover, so now we have Halo.
Y'all got it
Freaking
wrong.
crazy.
I don't think it's Halo. I think it's that half moon from Treasure Planet.
Oh.
Oh shit.
So
God damn it.
he turned in the head in order to get directions of where to start looking for the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then that started that whole quest down a weird path, of he needed this for Grogu, here's the Darksaber, all that, and kind of changed his path. But I guess that's what he's doing, is still running bounties.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure that's how he's
information.
making his money to get, buy
Yeah.
fuel for for his little retarded ship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we have to worry about fuel now, thanks to Ryan Johnson. Stupid.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Maybe they deal with inflation too, and they'll have to pay $5 a light year in gas.
I think this was thrown together pretty quick after the success of the first season of Mandalorian. They wrote the second, and they were like, you know what? Let's get this out there. We can add some more backstory for 2.5. Roll into 3. Now, maybe Filoni has a whole huge outlook of how this is going to mix in to further. Like, I would like to see him go back to the Bounty Hunter Wars type direction, or let's have Zizor show up. He's not dead, is he?
I don't think so. I got a thought though. I mean, the Mandalorian episodes were 12, right? 12 per season, or 8 or 12. I can't remember.
8 or 10.
8 or 10.
Yeah.
Why was this one 7? It's an odd number.
That is an odd number.
I wonder if, in the fact that the last 3 episodes were basically Mandalorian 2.5, makes me wonder if something broke down when they were writing the shows, like actors couldn't be in it, or
Gina Carano. COVID. A lot of COVID going on.
Yeah, but that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, this show was made last year, and there wasn't a whole lot of COVID restrictions in Hollywood at the time. So I'm wondering, in Hollywood there wasn't as many. I promise.
Okay.
So what broke down to make them only do basically 5 episodes of Book of Boba Fett?
I don't know. That it's odd.
It is odd.
And
I only say 5 because 2 of the episodes are basically the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And technically, it should have been the Book of Fennec Shan.
For real.
She's the one who did all the muscle work and all the planning and all the execution.
Yeah, she was the brains of the operation.
She was the brains of everything.
She was.
But I also think that's part of Disney, and they're, making it a female the lead of everything now.
Mm-hmm.
Although the next series I'm super excited about coming out in May, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one's going to be interesting.
Yep.
I get to. Ah, shit.
Unless it's
who's guiding that?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'll have to see.
You know what's funny is to think about it. This better not be a geriatric episode of Obi-Wan just kind of taking his meds and walking around Tatooine, solving like issues like Matlock or something.
Yeah, well, as far as cast goes, Ewan McGregor's reprising his role, and then Hayden Christensen's playing Darth Vader, and then Owen and Beru is being played by Joel Edgerton and Bonnie Pace.
But how is that going to work? Like, do you think Obi-Wan and Darth Vader are going to fight again?
No. I think it's going to go through, like, it's going to touch on some things that we haven't seen before. Like, they still need to clear up that business on like episode 3 was like, I don't count that business on.
You think they'll have flashbacks of them being generals?
You know what I would be interested in knowing is what training he has to go through to become the Force Ghost, right?
Right.
Because I know that was one of the commands that Yoda gave him.
Yeah, at the very end of episode 3, yes.
Yeah,
well, obviously he's gonna have to talk to Qui-Gon and talk to the what are those fucking guys called?
The Force.
The Force guys.
What? Jedis?
No. There was a.
What are they called? The Wills.
The Wills. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like season 7 is when Star Wars was being bought out by Disney. They're still making.
Where Yoda got really weird looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they talk about what's his name? Chirrut Imwe, played by Donnie Yen. He was one of the Wills, Guardians of the Will.
Yeah. So like Netflix had the deleted season, which was like 7. Well, sorry, 6, technically 7, on there, and they went through Yoda's path through to become a Force Ghost. It was crazy.
So, Deborah Chow is directing all 6 episodes of Obi-Wan.
Yep.
Not familiar with her.
And there's no
Only
Filoni
6.
in it.
No Filoni. Hey,
and there's only 6 episodes, so there's a lot to go over in 6 episodes.
We're getting invaded by animals.
Yep.
That's okay.
By both the Duggies.
Oh, is that Goro?
God damn it! Don't start that again.
I'll kill you.
I like that Ice Cube's son is going to be in it.
Oh, O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah.
Wonder what kind of character he's going to play.
You don't care, motherfucker.
Motherfucker?
So I was afraid that they were going to cancel the Book of Boba Fett, but it does show that it is not canceled, so that's good news.
There's no way in hell as much as many people watch that show and are talking about it. There's no way there's not going to be another season.
I had a link here that talked about that, and it said that at the time of whenever this article was written, it said that I'll quote it. This was the lowest rated series out of any of the Disney, Star Wars, Marvel TV shows.
Huh.
I'm surprised.
Which blows my mind because I don't really know anybody that watched
Winter Soldier and Falcon. Yeah, for one.
Well,
that's a movie.
When you say
no, that was a series.
Show.
Yeah,
I know, but not a lot of people like that.
But the other one, the
WandaVision?
Hawkeye.
Oh, Hawkeye, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until like a couple of weeks
I don't know
ago.
anybody that's watched Hawkeye.
I don't know
I
either.
didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah, it's like on season 2 now.
Weird.
Also known as Hawkeye and his boring ass family.
Well, it says rating. What does that mean? Like, it's not views, it's ratings.
Rotten
so
Tomatoes.
Somebody goes in and rates it.
The ratings
Is it
they
critical?
compare in here
Critics
with
ratings, or?
Metacritic and another outlet. I forgot what it said, but it said that it only scored 59%.
Is that audience or is that actual critics?
The Metacritic's actual is both, and it's critics and audience. They add them up, kind of like Rotten Tomatoes does. You have the critic side and the regular side.
Yeah, I'd like to know
I think
what the
Metacritic
breakout
has it
is. I don't like them being together because I kind of find them to be completely opposite ends in a lot of cases. Like Rotten Tomatoes does a good job because they'll give you the critics on one side and the audience score on the other. I kind of find that more interesting because a lot of times people, I don't feel like some critics live in the real world.
No. I mean,
Hell no.
Yeah.
And the last thing was the that final scene, the Cobb Vanth in the Bacta tank scene. Well, he get a spinoff?
That would be badass. I would watch that.
You know,
And we learn about his whole scene in Aftermath, the book Aftermath, and what he was doing for the Empire and coming back. And
that would be awesome.
It doesn't show, like, I looked down the list of things that are to be announced, and I don't see anything that would
allude to that.
There's something called the
D24?
Alkalite. There's one, the one that Cara Dune was supposed to be in.
Did they cancel that?
They canceled that because she's racist.
You know, there's rumors.
She's a Trump lover. She's not really racist. She's a Trump lover.
Who's that? Which one?
Gina Carano.
Oh,
Gina
yeah.
Carano.
What?
Stupid.
They have Star Wars. Let's see.
She got canceled for putting out a post that was similar to what who's playing Mandalorian?
Din Djarin. Oh no, Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. He put something completely similar to what she wrote, but she got canceled.
D23 will be September 9th through the 11th.
D23?
Yeah, that's when Disney announces everything.
Okay.
normally that's coming up.
It shows, let's see, these are the things that they're saying. Star Wars Rogue Squadron to be announced. It says was expected in 2023. There's another one called, where is this? Taiki Waititi's
Rogue Squadron.
Star Wars movie.
I thought that was
That
already-
one's to be announced.
Wait.
Taika Waititi, yeah, he also directed one of the Mandalorian episodes.
There's a Rian Johnson's new Star Wars movie trilogy. It says release date unknown.
We never talked about it, but how did you like the animated?
Visions?
Visions.
Visions is great. There was some cool stuff in there. More samurai stuff. More mega stuff.
Yeah, the first one was my favorite. The one that mirrored an old Akira Kurosawa samurai flick.
I only like that
black and white
one.
Yeah, black and white.
I think I only liked like 3 episodes out of those though, because like there was some good
it
ones.
was hit or miss. I mean, really all it was is a tribute from all these big anime studios to George Lucas and Star Wars.
The Bunny
Star
Girl
Wars
would probably most likely get a series, but I didn't really like that one.
Oh yeah. Was that
I didn't
Ocho?
really- I didn't
Ocho
really
and Bob.
like-
Yeah.
I didn't really like the Mega Man Jedi.
Oh, that was weird.
That
That
Yeah,
was really weird.
That one was dumb. I didn't really like
was
that.
weird.
And then I really liked the one where they were making lightsabers on the planet, and up in a space station there was I forget what. Do you remember which one I'm talking about?
Also can't hear you.
Yeah, where they were. They kind of all met from all around the galaxy, and they were trying to get lightsabers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and they're like, there's a Sith among us.
That one, yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of old, because it's showing the Bad Batch May 4th, and this is...
Yeah, because I thought Rogue Squadron had already been announced.
Yeah.
Bad Batch's already out, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Season 1's already over.
This says The Book of Boba Fett, December 2021. This one says Visions 2021. It says Andor 2022.
Oh, wait, Cassian Andor. That's right, from Rogue One. Yeah.
I have a newer one here if you want me to run down it.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan 2022, which is May 24th.
Yeah.
Stupid. Disney fucked that up.
Yeah, it's 20 days too late.
Exactly. Where's their marketing
Fuckers.
people? Release it on May the 4th. Mandalorian Season 3 is the end of this year. Then Andor is sometime this year. And then Ahsoka, they have moved. I thought it was supposed to be this year, but now they're saying not announced. And The Acolyte is the one that it takes place in the High Republic era.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, I think it's following kind of like Starkiller around. A character like Starkiller.
Oh, like Star. I was gonna say, man, if it's actually Galen Merrick, that would be badass.
And then there's the Taika Waititi film 2025.
What is wrong with you?
He just played with his nipples.
No, and then the face Matt just gave me was like priceless.
And then Lando.
Oh, Lando.
Yeah.
The Lando
Is this gonna be young Lando with Donald Glover or old Lando with Billy Day Williams?
It's gonna be both of them.
Is it?
They're both gonna be in there.
They better get to shooting that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Billy D. Williams is in his
like flies.
He's in his 80s now.
They got 3 people left.
They're dropping like flies right now.
All right, here's a list
4.
of delayed and canceled.
4.
Right.
Yeah, James Earl Jones.
The Star Wars Rogue Squadron is delayed.
Yeah.
From Patty Jenkins, who was all excited about it. Rangers of the New Republic is canceled.
Mm-hmm.
That was the cartoon, right?
No, that was the one with Gina Carano.
Carano.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right,
that's right.
God,
that would have been badass, I think.
And then, any new Star Wars trilogies are canceled. I don't know, whatever.
Well, goddamn Disney.
Money talks.
I know it.
And they're supposed to do. I thought they were supposed to do a High Republic era.
I thought they were
with the Game of Thrones guys. That's why they're writing all these books.
Something will come out. They say they canceled it, but something will come out.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah,
there
we'll
we
see.
are.
Well, this was a nice discussion that we had around our love for Star Wars.
No, it
and
wasn't.
book-
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Hey, fuck you too.
Mic off.
Is your name Repeat?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
It's a... Exactly.
I turned it back on.
That's how
Does
you get it
Dustin
done.
have his hand up your ass? Fuck you all, fuck you all.
No,
he's not Skip.
No, I'm just...
fuck you, man. Hey.
I'm moving in because Matt broke up with me.
Look, I was gonna say,
Ah.
Matt did break up with him in the show, so
I'm making my move before it's too late.
I just like that Matt said this was a pleasant conversation.
I'm trying to wrap it up, you. Yes, well, thank you once again, Dustin, for coming on here and talking about the Book of Boba Fett.
It's fun to nerd out.
Yeah, it is.
Why did you come?
On your
Because
back?
we invited him.
What was that?
On your back?
Ew, gross.
I mean, it wasn't at the time.
well, at least you're not pregnant.
Leave that shit at the door, man.
I just spit. It was fake.
Wait, really?
Alrighty.
You'll never know.
As always, if you have something you'd like for us to discuss in the show, drop us an email, robotuner2020@gmail.com. You can also call us and leave us a voicemail, 682-325-1379. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, @The Robotuner, as well as YouTube. We are live most Sundays, starting at 7 p.m. Central Time.
I sent y'all an email.
I don't have one.
It was like 3 years ago. I think y'all read it on the air.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't help us for today, does it?
Oh, okay.
I already checked. There's
Email's
nothing
the
there.
new fax.
Yeah.
All
That was
right.
4 years ago.
Everyone go check out Dustin on his every Tuesday night, Jerry Jonestown Massacre. Also on YouTube as well.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And thanks again for coming, dude. And we is out
Hey,
of here.
I want to plug one more thing.
What?
Uncle Toasty shows. March 11th and 12th. 11th is at Lola's. 12th is at Double Wide. The 19th is in Austin for South by Southwest. But the 11th or 12th, yeah, we're playing South by. 11th and 12th is the album release parties. So Fort Worth, Dallas, come to one of them and hang out.
Awesome.
Hey,
I'll look at you.
Did you want to plug one of your many Ukraine lady foundations?
We haven't got our
I haven't got sponsorship yet.
Our C4 whatever C408.
C4?
No, the
you trying to blow them up or
tax
what?
documentation. What is
tax
it?
exemption.
Yeah, I can't remember what the tax exemption code is.
Shit.
We haven't got it yet, so I can't plug them just yet. Maybe tomorrow.
All right.
And maybe on Tuesday on
or
your
Tuesday.
show.
Maybe on Tuesday. Yeah.
All right, we is out of here.
Peace.
Red pants. Whew. All right.
I love how the bot